On new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $2,778 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
O'Reilly Auto Parts knows it's important to be prepared for the upcoming storm. With hundreds of items from flashlights and tarps to generators, gas cans, power inverters, tools, and cleanup supplies, our professional parts people can help you find the right emergency supplies to weather any storm. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Orlando Improv welcomes D-Ray Davis on September 1st and 2nd.
When I tell you she was beating him, I was like beating him to the point where I was like, don't call my mama.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail server, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the area. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Check it out.
You lifted your car?
Yep. Refinanced my auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Put the money I saved towards an 18-inch lift kit. Pretty sweet, huh?
It's a minivan.
Well, now it's a mega van.
Dad, I can't get down.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we're here to help our members save toward their goals. Whatever they may be. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Dunkin's serving up the legend, the icon, the pumpkin spice signature latte, filled with rich espresso flavors of pumpkin spice and whipped cream topper. Then hit with a caramel drizzle and cinnamon sugar. Order ahead on the app today. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie from The Today Show. As we head back to work, back to school, back to everything, we want to help you turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered so you can take it all on with simple solutions to help you through the day. Everything you need to know before heading out the door. So join us every morning on NBC because every day needs today.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando. Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios.
Why Kaufman and Lind?
Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is
Thursday, August 31st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from what is her secret to a man pulled over for his bizarre front seat passenger and shocking symptoms the day before you have a heart attack. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Good day.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Doing well.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing great right now, actually. I'm doing fantastic. I realized this morning, Courtney goes, yeah, well, only a couple more days, and then you got Monday off for Labor Day. And I was like, oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah. 3-day weekend. Deserve it, need it really, really bad. And it's right on the horizon. So that's a good thing. Anything good going on in your world?
Oh, yeah. I'm also excited for the long weekend. It's going to be busy. Tonight I'm hosting a trivia night, like a one-off for, used to be on the station all the time, Wanzi.
Okay.
And they're doing kind of a charity trivia for him tonight at Savoy. So I'm excited to host it.
Very cool. C-Lane, you are all misery over there.
No. It's good. So far, I have not been provided a list of chores for this weekend.
Oh, good.
So
Nice.
That's been a thing lately,
Count that a win.
Oh, man, I've had to throw away so much stuff over the last weekend, cleaning out closets. And I'm sure at some point, I'm going to hear, we got to do the garage.
How close do you think you are in terms of readiness for this baby that's on the way? Are we 90% readiness, 95?
I'm going to 72.
Whoa, all
okay.
right.
Well, it's not bad.
That's a C.
Still, it's a passing grade. It's up there, and, you still got some time before all this happens. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And guess what? She's back, baby. And they found her at the airport, of all places. The he's not real, that guy's not real plane lady is back in the news.
So I got to say, the moment I saw this clip, I'm like, damn, you wore the same outfit?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's
so
what we're doing?
Here's my conspiracy on this. There is no way, no shot in hell that it just so happened that TMZ ran into this woman in the airport in the same outfit.
Without a doubt.
No way that happened. She totally was working with TMZ to be like, hey, not for nothing, but I'll be in the airport.
There's a lot
I'll be wearing that outfit.
A lot of conspiracy theories surrounding this woman, especially, one, a lot of people still don't think it's the same lady.
Mm-hmm.
But two, she starts this social media after the viral clip. And the first group that she follows, first account, was TMZ.
Yeah, was it really? Okay.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Well, don't forget, isn't she in the field of marketing?
Yeah, she is. She's a marketer, and she's making the best of this whole situation.
I don't know if this is necessarily translates to new business for your marketing firm, but whatever you're doing, Godspeed.
Attention is attention, right? That's what she's going for.
I don't know.
He doesn't know where to sit on this. Look, it's a setup.
Would you hire her?
No.
Okay, all right. Case closed.
She's unwell. There's problems going on with this lady, right? But she seemed fine when TMZ approached her in the same outfit, just so happened to be at the airport. And at first, the TMZ guy's like, hey,
I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be traveling again?
Great.
In the airport again after what you went through?
A little bit of anxiety, but it's been good. Yeah.
Are you doing anything differently?
I like how they say, how's it feel to be traveling again? As if last time she traveled, something happened to her that wasn't of her responsibility. Last time you traveled, there was terrible turbulence, or last time you traveled, your plane was hijacked.
No, but how do you feel being at the airport again? Remember what happened the last time you were at the airport?
See any lizard people around?
Not only
take a peek.
Not only last time you were at the airport, but just the aftermath of all that.
Yeah. So she knows exactly what she's doing, and then they start to lean in. And I think this is on purpose, too.
So when you're getting ready to travel, or was there any new
All right, dude.
No.
No?
No.
But a lot of
Great question, sir.
Are curious
Yeah.
what exactly you saw.
Ooh.
Because you know, you were
about damn time.
You alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, you know, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
Oh, please. No comment. She's been told by someone, probably herself, that she can't comment on this. And then now it gets to why I think she's not commenting.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to, like, you know, have a full kind of interview somewhere, or like, what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan on?
The rate it's going, I feel like it's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I've been trying to like lay low.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've been trying to lay low.
I love the idea of a nonprofit charity, you know, like raising money for kids with cancer, and like, let's grab the lady who lost her ever-loving mind on the flight.
Let's
Why
get
not?
the You're Not Real lady. She's the perfect representative of our movement here. Dartha Yavin on Twitch says, clout chaser. She knows what she's doing. She's smart for doing it. I mean, come on. What would you do if you were in this situation? Strike while the iron's hot. All of a sudden, she's got a bunch of attention on her. People are interested. And MFQ on YouTube says she's going to milk this forever. She's totally setting this up so that, like, some Today Show style thing goes, let's get the in-depth interview. Tell us about the lizard guy. What do you have? What's the information? What are the details? That's exactly where this whole thing is headed. And, you know, good for her, right? You know, she's in a situation here. Who knows how she started getting here, whether she was drunk or it was a breakdown, or maybe there was a lizard person, but she's trying to do with it the best she can, and just so happened to be in that airport with TMZ. Huge, huge coincidence. We've got Adalia now headed off the coast of the Carolinas, North Carolina even getting hit yesterday. I got to see how my sister's doing in South Carolina. That's where she lives now. And
Where in
the
South
storm
Carolina?
went through there.
Charleston?
Oh, I forgot the name of this city, for God's sake. It's a smaller
you're a great
city.
brother.
You know, I forgot to ask her twice. I talk to her all the time via text, but
Does she have an update on how old Chunky Elvis is doing?
Oh, sweet
he's
Elvis.
doing great. I just got another picture of him the other day. Elvis the Chunk, the dog, doing fantastic. Still barking at TVs, still doing his thing, and Simon along with him. And she's doing real well. You know, she's got a new job at a school up there, and she said things are going great, so it's fantastic to hear. But all of a sudden, you got Adalia rolling through there.
Our guest dog also barked at TVs, and I was watching the other night. I was watching the new Disney Plus series, the new Star Wars one, Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and one of the characters has a pet, has a small pet that looks like a cat with duck feet that will eat you alive. I mean, it's sort of adorable, but also terrifying.
It's like an alien pet. Then.
I mean, because it's Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
And we're watching it for a second there, and I go, I bet you, if Guest Dog were here, she'd be barking her ass off at that thing. It's not even a real. It's not even a real animal, and she'd probably still be like, all right.
We do that all the time. When we put on a movie and there's a scene with a bunch of dogs, we're like, well, we know what would happen if Elvis was here right now. And Elvis had that. He had that bark that just ripped through you. I mean, you could not ignore it. It was loud, and it got your attention. But he's up there and hopefully fine in the Carolinas as Tropical Storm Adalia rolled through there. And sure, it was a lot more weakened when it did. It was like 60 miles per hour or so with the winds in North Carolina. But they're not used to that, you know, so things are a bit different. That's a more rough situation for them than it would be for other people out there.
Have we gotten like a postmortem for like the Big Bend area of Florida, the place where it actually did hit with force?
I haven't seen anything that showed like the destruction we saw when that hurricane hit southwest Florida last year. I just haven't seen anything like that. But I think so far they said 2 people died. One who crashed his Ford truck and the other who drove their vehicle into a ditch during the hurricane. Those were the 2 deaths that were related to this so far. And I don't know. I think everybody might be getting through this all right, considering the circumstances. And thank God that the storm was moving so quickly. It didn't just sit on top of us because it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But as I said, we got Labor Day weekend ahead of us. And be careful, those you listen to me right now on the roads, because basically now is the worst time to drive for the entire year. Like the entire year right now is the worst time to drive. They said Thursday between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. is the busiest time on the roads. All Thursday long, you've got issues with people going away for Labor Day weekend. Friday between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. could also be bumper-to-bumper traffic for people out there. And it's really, really rough as everybody sets up for their Labor Day weekend plans. And I always think about Labor Day weekend. I'm like, what do people do on Labor Day weekend? Do you barbecue? Is it like Memorial Day? You just go out and drink?
Pretty much, yeah.
Get your drink on, poolside. I don't know what else. There's like furniture sales I saw commercials for.
Don't do labor. That's my main goal for the Labor Day weekend. And they said, be careful if you're driving out there today and tomorrow. It's going to be really busy on the roads no matter where you are because everybody is on the move.
They say on Labor Day weekend, the best deals you're going to get will be on grills, major appliances, mattresses, patio furniture, and summer clothing. But not when you want to wait to buy your tech, your TVs, toys, and fall clothing.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's certain stuff. You want to grill, now is the time to do it.
Yeah.
And then you could cook on the damn thing for your Labor Day party. There you go. Everything's all set up for you. When we come back, we'll get into things full force, including your dispatches. And there is a bee alert out there. There is a bee alert. Wait, hold on. I should say this differently. There is an alert about bees out there. I'll explain what's going on to keep everybody as safe as possible. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Almost every woman I've known sleeps naked.
No, when I was a kid, I used to wear a nightgown, a cardigan sweater, socks.
Oh, you were homeless?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The traffic lights are working incorrectly on Orange Blossom Trail heading southbound at Oak Ridge Road. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on Alafaya Trail heading eastbound at Severin Boulevard. Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the Greenway heading northbound between John Young Parkway Main Toll Plaza and before John Young Parkway exit 10. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. It's Sizzly time at Wawa. And you know what that means? All your favorite Sizzlies are just 2 for $5. Like their new Pancake Sizzly. Great mornings start at Wawa.
Folks, great news for you. There still are companies out there that are honest and fair and will treat you right and not rip you off. One of those great companies is Mills Air. This is a family-owned and operated company. It's a locally owned and operated company. It's the kind of company you want to support, and they want to support you as well. They've been helping out people just like you since 1992 for over 30 years, fixing air conditioners across Central Florida, and they're ready to help you out with yours. And if you just don't know what the situation is, maybe your AC's been making some noise, maybe it's not working like it should, preventative maintenance is fantastic, or just have somebody come out and take a look at your AC. They'll look at it from top to bottom, and they'll report back to you with what the situation is in words and phrases and sentences that you can understand. That's why Mills Air is the best. They're also a Carrier Factory Authorized dealer, giving you access of up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call today to schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, and we want to help turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered. Join us every morning on NBC because every day needs today.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your... so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
We're more than truck drivers. We're road pros.
Yep. Want to know the best way to get somewhere? Ask a truck driver. We know where the pavement is smooth and the stop signs are few and far between.
We also know where the best donuts are and where to find the fuel that helps keep our engines cleaner.
Using Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps us get better mileage.
They provide quick ways to pay so you can get back on the road. They're dependable like that.
Pros like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
No payments for 90 days with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
The most mild take of the week, or the year for that matter, as they hit the streets, is this Tesla Cybertruck thing that you're going to start seeing driving around. Is the ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I can't stand the sight of it.
Oh my God.
I thought it would look so much cooler.
They are the worst designed vehicles I think I have ever seen in my life for so many reasons. And they're going to be out there absolutely everywhere because they started delivery on these stupid things. And I know at first people were like, cool. It's got all these features, right? But the features are features that you don't need. You don't need your vehicle to be bulletproof. I mean, you need a bulletproof vehicle for what reason?
The
what
zombie
city are you living in?
apocalypse? Next question.
We're preparing for that? I mean, what the hell is going on here? And the car has, like if you get somebody is in like a parking lot and they open their door and their door hits the side of your car and it dents your quarter panel or something, then you have to replace your quarter panel. The one on the Tesla truck is like connected to the whole car. So it would be like a $40,000 replacement or something ridiculous like that to fix this thing. And now they're driving all over the streets. They're stupid looking. Here's one that got delivered, I guess, in California, and somebody's filming it on the truck.
It's out of Mad Max.
Yeah, it's ugly. It is so ugly. The inside looks kind of cool, but everything about it is just, it's this big thing. And by the way, it's stainless steel, but people are stupid about stainless steel. Stainless steel still stains. I hate to tell you that. It's just a fact of the matter. Stainless steel just stains a little bit less than other things. So when your car starts to stain and you're driving around this stupid Cybertruck, guess what? You can't do anything about it because you don't have paint. You don't have all kinds of other things on top of it that you can buff out and make it look nice again. You're just stuck with this ugly-ass thing. And it's really, really going to be everywhere starting soon. They finally started delivery of these things. Elon Musk has been driving his around for a little while, but now they got more out there for the regular people. And the electric truck market has way better options, folks. Like so many better things out there. I always know when I see them because it's the truck where if it's driving down the road, it's the only truck that's not making insane noises. Right? When the electric truck drives by, it's just like...
Wait, I thought some of them like made fake noises. Like they just had speakers on the outside that are like... Ring, 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 ring.
And I feel like a lot of truck drivers...
I'm really a truck.
Want you to hear it. Like that, it's that like very high-pitched... And then you have all the black exhaust that kind of blurs your vision while they're taking off and beating you to the stoplight that you're going to meet up at 30 seconds later.
They call that rolling coal, if you've ever heard of that, where they like just pull up somewhere.
Well, that sounds like something I'm not cool enough to say.
And then it just darkest black exhaust everywhere. And you're not going to get that from this, which, good, awesome, great, electric car, good. But it's just so stupid. Look, MB Mike on YouTube is right. Nothing but a modern DeLorean, right? It does look so much like a DeLorean, the Tesla Cybertruck. It's out there and it's all over the place.
Is it the size of a truck? Like is it a pickup? There's a bed back there?
That's another thing. It's not a truck. It's not a truck. That's an SUV.
Well, what makes a truck a truck?
A bed, to me. The truck has a bed in the back of it. And that's why a truck is sweet, because if you want to carry stuff around or you're working on projects, you got construction going on, you put all the equipment in the back of your truck. Of course, I don't have a huge need for that, but
can you pop down the tailgate and do some tailgating?
I don't know. It looks like an SUV to me. do some tailgate. To me, it's just really rubbish, absolute garbage. But people spend a lot of money on those things, and they seem to like them for some reason. We'll see how it goes in the long run. Meanwhile, speaking of things that you're going to see out there, there's a lot of bees to beware of, especially if you're in Toronto. Those of you listening to us in Toronto, Canada, beware. There are a lot of issues to deal with, but the bees are the most important today. Why? A truck spilled a couple of crates. And by the way, the crates were carrying 5 million bees. In this area, 5 million of them damn things.
But they didn't all just take off. They all typically stay with the queen.
They tend to stay in that area, and that's why they bring the experts out, like the bee wranglers, which is kind of cool in a weird way. The bee wrangler comes out to the scene, gets everything together, but people were curious. Oh, God, one of the dumbest things humans do. If we see everybody else stopping or we see people looking at something, we look too. The rubbernecker thing that everybody does. And so people in this case were like, whoa, what's going on over here? And they would roll their windows down, and there's bees everywhere, and they're flying in the cars. And
no way.
Idiots are swarmed by these things.
That's the lesson. That's what teaches you never to rubberneck again.
That's true.
I've never rolled down the window.
People do this stuff. They want to see what's going on. They want to get a closer look. And you know what you want to see? You want to see a body. That's what you're going for, weirdo. You want to see a body on the road because you
or-
think somebody's dead.
I think if a Sean Wasson type is driving by some sort of thing like this, some sort of scene like this, he wants to see what spilled all over the road. What
I'm
product,
interested.
what substance, what food spilled all over the road.
This is the worst spill, though. It's 5 million bees. Here's the scene. Oh, my God, they're everywhere.
Ugh. No
That's
way, dude.
the sound of a sticky situation.
Ugh.
Millions of bees spilled from their hives after the truck they were being transported on took a hard turn.
Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. I know that bees are good. Bees do good things. We need the bees. I just don't want to be near them. I want to be away from the bees. And I don't want to be driving through a swarm of 5 million of them if I
Agreed.
can at all help it.
Yeah, I'll
that is
respect
not a
it
good time.
From very, very far away.
I'm not going to stomp the bees. I'm not going to try to kill all of them. There are other animals I would take out, peacocks mainly. But the bees, fine. I get it. We'll keep them around. But I don't want them on the streets like this.
We're moving them down to our farm in Grimsby. And I got a call
Owner of the
from
bees.
a bystander that I had beehives all over the road. And I just stepped on the gas even harder and got to my boys, right?
5 million
boys? My
of
boys.
these bees.
These are his boys, these bees. This is like the hipster Canadian bee farmer guy.
Swarmed the entire block. And so did local beekeepers trying to help.
Saw it on the news, so I decided to help. I got my bee suit always in my truck.
This guy.
Tools,
Oh
whatever I
my
need.
gosh, that mustache.
When I'm not wrangling bees, I'm just scooping in the pee. That's for sure.
He says, I got my bee suit in my truck at all times. He's ready to go with his bee suit. Which brings me to, you guys, you know, the houses that they knocked down across the street? Yesterday, when Courtney and I went out to look at what was going on after all the hurricane stuff had gone by, we go out there and there's another guy in the empty lot with a metal detector. Another guy. This is like the 5th or 6th person.
I wonder if there's like something
that they know about.
Yeah, is there a particular item that they are in search of?
Something. Courtney said we should put a bunch of pennies out there in the field or something, just like false alarms for them. Just,
Metal butt
That would be
plugs.
awesome.
Yeah, when these people come out there, they're. I mean, this is the 5th person, and they go from inch to inch all through the property where this house used to be that was knocked down.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like there is a Facebook group or something.
Is there somewhere online like Amazon or maybe somewhere a little more niche where you can order metal replicas of Civil War coins?
You should put something that and like right next to it, very futuristic, like an alien put it there
Yeah.
from the year 3000.
Some sort of orb that is unexplainable that's in the field out there. And these, I mean, I'm telling you, this guy stopped his truck. He gets out there, and he's the 5th one who's done this. He goes through the whole lot looking for God knows what.
You got to let me know if it's ever after the show. Text me, and I have no problem walking up to that person and asking, "Hey, what you doing? What you
what's
looking
going on?
for?"
Hey, aren't you breaking the law here in like a couple of ways, Mr. Metal Detector Man? How do you figure out about these things? It's so weird. This guy's that for bees, though.
So I stopped in and give a hand.
It was like walking through a war zone. I noticed a lot of dead bees on the road.
Oh, no.
As for the rest,
The bees were quite agitated. We got stung like 60 times each, so.
Jesus.
the police warned people in the area to keep their windows closed as they called for beekeeper backup.
Yeah, so it was a cloud of bees and a bunch of beekeepers, basically.
Oh, my God. All these folks work together to get the bees. They got stung
a bunch
about
of
60
stoners
times.
like, oh yeah, just going to get the boys.
You know, I guess there's been some sort of sea change in the bee world, and a lot of like stoner hippie types seem to be really into the beekeeping thing and like make big businesses out of it. They sell the honey. They go to the local farmers market and stuff.
So my old place that I lived at downtown, the little port or whatever that little box is, like out in the front yard where the water control is. There was a big beehive that like was kind of formed in there, was built by all the bees. So if anybody wanted to emergency switch off the water, they're literally ripping up a beehive. And so once they figured this out, they like talk to friends, and somebody knows a beekeeper. And this dude didn't even show up in a bee suit. He showed up in flip-flops and then just had the smoke.
Really? He didn't have any protection on? He was
smoked him out of there and was able to remove that hive and take it to home to make honey or whatever people do with beehives.
It's interesting how that whole community has built out. We want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you're a beekeeper and you could share a story with us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, and right there you'll see where you can record a dispatch to join the show. It's as easy as that. Speaking of that, let's have some folks join us here, right? Let's hear from a couple of people with those dispatches. At least one, right? Here is Pope Man talking about the Cybertruck.
You know who wishes they had a Cybertruck? Tupac. Thug Life.
On account of the shooting, yes, I understand. Here's Funny Name
That
talking
took
about
me a second.
peacocks.
Hey, Sean, Sabrina C. Lane. Sean, you've made it widely known of your disdain for the peacocks.
Hate 'em.
I'm on board with eradicating them. They're useless. I would like to know what everyone else's animal they would like to eradicate would be. Mine would have to be sandhill cranes. I hate those bastards. And there's so many of them, yet they're federally, or in Florida you can't kill them. But in Texas they have sandhill crane hunting season.
Wow.
And they call them the ribeyes of the skies.
The ribeyes of the sky. We've heard of that before.
Yeah, but their babies are so cute.
Yeah, I don't hate them as much. They don't bother me. But maybe let me know why you're against these
They
damn
have a
things.
very loud caw. Like
Maybe that's it.
when they're trying to, I don't know if it's a mating call because it's not as often as a peacock, but boy oh boy, can it alert you.
Yeah, that could be annoying after a while, I'm sure. Okay, back in just a moment. We got more of your dispatches on the way. Plus, you loot, we shoot. This is where we're at after the hurricane rolls through the state of Florida. What's going on? You'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new Threads at Real Radio 104.1 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, Jamie King with you now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Expect sun and cloud mix across central Florida today and a hot high around the 90-degree mark. Looks like rain chances begin to set up before about 11 a.m. and then they'll grow into the afternoon hours, peaking at 70%. A scattering of showers and storms, some locally heavy rain possible. Warm and muggy, upper 70s tonight. Showers and storms before 11 p.m., a 60% chance. And as we take a look at your Friday, 90 degrees, pretty warm and steamy out there. Rain chances 70%. For Fox 35, I'm meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. That means they'll change your oil faster than it takes you to find a good spot at your local swimming pool. Dive into one of their convenient locations and see for yourself. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
The best time to get a great deal on a Jeep SUV is now during the Jeep Labor Day sales event. Well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $409 a month for 39 months with $2,999 to its signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 9/2/24. Extra charge for miles over 32,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5. Jeep is a registered trademark.
With Spectrum Mobile and the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5, you get faster speeds with Spectrum Speed Boost. Purchase the new Samsung Galaxy Z through Spectrum and get up to $1,000 off, plus the value of your trade-in device. Visit a Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com to get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5 today. Visit spectrum.com/policies/mobile-terms for details. Restrictions apply. Spectrum Internet required. Auto pay required.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies. including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. And it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals and will share information with them to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
I'm Ty Burrell, actor and small business owner. You can trust Innovation Refunds with your small business's ERC claim because of their SOC 2 Type 1 security compliance. Without this, how can you be sure a company can protect your information? It's not like here on the radio, where all you need to be secure is a censor button. My password to my bank account is Ty's Cool Password 1. Uh-oh. Luckily, Innovation Refunds is more reliable. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS to get started.
This summer was awesome, but brutal on your lawn. Now it's fall and your lawn needs a quick boost. That's where Scott's Turf Builder comes in. Scott's Turf Builder makes it easy to give your lawn the nutrients it needs to help repair the damage that summer fun caused and strengthen your roots till spring. Guaranteed. Feed and repair your lawn now and enjoy yourself long into the fall. Pick up a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard at Lowe's today.
At Wells Fargo, if you accidentally overdraw your account, we give you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with an extra day?
Sunday night and I have the Sunday scaries.
Honey, don't be scared. Every weekend comes with an extra day now.
All right. TGI Sunday.
It helps to have an extra day. When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getextra to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to timing requirements and the bank's funds availability policy. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage user who writes, "I've had such awful nasal congestion for the last couple years. I bought Navage and OMG, I can breathe again. I love this thing. Goodbye, Neti Pot. Hello, Navage." End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
At Checkers, I'm in the driver's seat. So when there's a tough call, I gotta make it. Like this $3.49 deal. Do I want a Checker burger and small fries? Or do I want a spicy chicken sandwich and small fries? Or do I want a crispy fish sandwich and small fries? Whatever I want for just $3.49. Oh, man. Sounds like everyone behind me's in the driver's seat, too. Now half off regular-sized classic slushies.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
Or you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Right now, during Labor Day savings at Lowe's, get up to $1,500 off select major kitchen appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement. $1 through 9/6 savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
The most unforgettable weekend of music on the planet.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
This hour of programming is sponsored by Nissan. We make cars that thrill. Shop NissanUSA.com.
You loot, we shoot. That's what the governor of Florida is saying after the hurricane rolled through Idalia, rolled through the state of Florida. And at a press conference, he was saying there were some reports in particular areas like Steinhatchee that people have been looting stuff. and he said, "You loot, we shoot," which you always see that. I've seen so many like signs and stuff. Looters will be shot on like the window of a convenience store that's all boarded up.
It's a little intense. Yeah, it used to be, a dog lives here that'll rip your face off, but for some reason, the shoot you in the face comes off a little more strong.
At Margaritaville that says trespassers will be shot, but if you look real closely, it says offered a shot.
Yeah,
trespassers will be offered a shot.
That's a little more gentle, I think. You loot, we shoot. That's strong. People don't like looters, though, man. You know, people hate thieves in general, but looters in particular. You're somebody who is coming out after an emergency of some sorts, and you're taking advantage of people. And I could be on board with you loot, we shoot in certain circumstances. Like, if somebody's robbing my house, I would shoot at him. I'd probably try to hit him in the leg or something, but I would shoot at a looter if they were robbing my house. But if I saw a looter, like, looting another house, I wouldn't care enough about it to shoot a person for robbing some random house.
Wouldn't just fire some warning shots in the air? Pow, pow, pow.
Hey.
No.
I feel like you see your looters going into a Best Buy, and they're running out with a 70-inch TV despite no electricity in the area. And then you have people that loot a grocery store and get diapers and bread. I'm like, I can't feel like all that bad if you need to feed your family.
I'm not shooting the Best Buy people, but I want all of them to be arrested. I want the video footage of the dude with the big TV who's looted this because he found an opportunity and took it. I want that to be out there. I want the cops to find him, and I want that person to go to jail. If you're stealing my stuff, I might fire a gun at you. But if you're stealing somebody else's stuff, why would I care enough to be shooting at you for that? Seems weird. Seems like you would just be wandering around the neighborhood looking for looters and see what you could shoot. Let's see if he was more specific, because here is Ron DeSantis talking about this and warning those hurricane looters, you loot, we shoot.
Also just remind potential looters that you never know what you're walking into. People have a right to defend their property. This part of Florida, you got a lot of advocates and some proponents of the Second Amendment. And I've seen signs in different people's yards in the past after these disasters. And I would say it's probably here. You loot, we shoot. You never know what's behind that door.
Yeah, gonna get them.
Break into somebody's house.
I want to break.
Yeah, gonna get them and shoot them one by one. I haven't seen too many reports of looters, honestly, after this thing. But I guess there was some action that was happening. And they were going after people who were stealing stuff from homes that were damaged by the hurricane.
I haven't heard enough about opportunities to loot. Like, I haven't heard of enough devastation, and that's why I was asking before. Like, what are we looking at here? What's the aftermath looking like?
Yeah, you're right. And the areas that were hit are not like very populous areas where you would generally have these kind of issues. And right now it looks like there's not a lot of that going on. It says over on chat, All Day Yuckers on Twitch, I've seen signs in my people's yards out here saying, you loot, we shoot. Staley says on YouTube, shoot them with a paintball gun. Whatever you want to do. I think that the idea that we shouldn't defend property is a brain dead idea. And I hear this from a lot of people, like super online activist type people. They're like, it's just property. And then you say, if somebody came into your house, what would you do if they started stealing all of your stuff? I would just give it to them. I would give all this stuff to them. And you're like, how stupid is this? How dumb? What a really retarded way to view this whole situation, where you would go, hey, I'm not going to do anything if somebody robs me. But on the other hand, I don't think you should be massacring people who are stealing things, right? Like, I think there's sort of a fine line you can walk there if you're able to pull it off. Let's go over to Japan. Son of a bitch. Should have known. The paper's right in front of me. Japan. And we go over there.
Too busy just dropping blatant R words to get your sound effects ready.
Don't be sensitive about it, okay, people? Good God. Don't be. We have gone so far over the ledge with how sensitive we are about every little thing. Let's loosen it back up, baby. Let's make it a little more loose.
So edgy.
In Japan, the prime minister who was out there, because we talked about yesterday, I think at some point, how they were releasing the waters. Oh, it was in Fritz on the Street, I believe. They were releasing the waters from Fukushima, the radioactive plant there, the nuclear power plant. And all that water that was for so long held in had radioactive qualities to it and had been tested, and they decided to clean it up. And they say now, like, oh, it's totally clean. There's no problem. There's nothing whatsoever.
Cannonball.
Yeah, like you could drink this stuff and it's delicious. And I've got this thing where if anybody is trying to convince you that something is just fine and you should eat it or you should drink it, I don't want to eat it or drink it.
Yeah.
Like when they were in Flint and the politicians had the bottles of water and they're like,
They went, like, they gathered in somebody's kitchen. They poured out from the sink brown water, and they're like, all right, cheers, everybody. Who's going to go first?
Whenever they're doing that and they're trying to convince you that it's just fine and it's delicious, stay away. Stay as far away as you can. And when they released this water in Fukushima, it pushed out into the ocean. And then China and a couple of other countries said, we're not going to take in any fish or sushi from Japan for a while because we're worried that it's not healthy. So the prime minister did this whole thing. I think this is him here, where he had a little plate in front of him and he had all these like sushi offerings. And he got up there and ate in front of everybody to show them, like, oh, guys,
I don't know about that, man.
Totally good. Totally fresh sushi here. Nothing to worry about. And he's trying to convince everybody we're good to go.
Anyone follow up? How bad was his diarrhea the next day?
Yeah, I'm not convinced. People were responding with three-eyed fish from The Simpsons and all kinds of other stuff to say,
just going to get a little cancer stand.
So here he is. Like, oh, all right. All of us world leaders here, everybody in Japan, we're going to... Yep. Oh, he ate a piece.
He looks unsure. He looks
does,
very
kinda.
unsure.
In his face, he's kind of like, I don't know.
This doesn't taste right.
He should have made the face like, this is fantastic.
I will take 12 more, please.
Instead, he made the face like, ugh. It has a different texture.
It's a different texture.
Very delicious. Yeah, that's not convincing to me. I'm not going to eat that sushi for a little bit, I don't think. Not that I have a big problem with that because I'm not a sushi guy.
I don't want the different texture, though.
No, thank you.
What the hell's that? Yeah.
It's the texture of contaminants. You know, poison.
Nuclear water.
Yummy.
You know, nuclear power plants are great. That's our future, friends. This is safe stuff. But when water gets into the nuclear power plants, and it's around the reactor, can we burn it or something? Is there, there another way to handle the water?
I'm just going to take a black light to it, and if it's glowing, and I could put it to, in a turtle's bowl, and they turn into a mutant ninja, then I'm not eating it.
He did. When he ate that piece, he was like,
different texture. Huh?
Don't know about this. Let's go to you in your dispatches. Let's see what's happening where you are. Here is Bart versus Bill Gates. He's talking about those metal detectors I was mentioning earlier, where I said there's an empty lot across the street. There's a whole string of them. And these people keep stopping in their vehicles, getting out with metal detectors, and walking all along where they knocked this house down. I'm assuming to find some kind of valuable stuff. And every time I see it, I'm like, did you talk to the homeowner? Did you ask anybody if you could do this? Otherwise, it's no different than if somebody showed up at your house and just walked in the front door and started looking around to find what they wanted to steal. And looters are going to get shot, right? So maybe the metal detector guy deserves a shot or two. Here's Bart versus Bill Gates on that.
Hey, guys. Heard Sean talking about the metal detector people at the site across from him. I'm not entirely sure, but if I had to guess, it sounds like they're copper scrappers or just people that are looking for probably just metal to scrap in general. And that's just my guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a good show, guys.
They all look almost exactly the same. Like all of these guys who go out there with the metal detectors and go around this empty field. They all are like dudes in trucks. All of them like middle-aged white guys.
Old trucks, not
old
new trucks.
Yeah, usually old trucks.
And they have vests.
They all have ponytails. Almost every one of them has had a ponytail.
So it's not been the same guy this whole time?
No, it's different people every single time that there's been somebody out there. There was even somebody out there in a rainstorm one time. They got the metal detector out, and they're going through this.
As soon as the rain let up, he was out there in a poncho metal detecting.
Just going around this field, hoping to find some big treasure, big dreams in his mind, I'm sure, but probably not finding much of anything. Let's see. Let's go over to Snob Wasson with the dispatch.
What up, junkies? Hey, Wasson. You look a little red today. Been hitting that bottle yesterday a little hard. You look a little flush. Don't look like you got a little blood in your head.
I look fine.
What's going on, buddy?
I don't look red.
Pop up.
I mean, I'm always a little bit flush on the camera on account of the drinking, but I don't look any different today than I do any other day. Right? Yes? Okay. I thought so. Let's go over to, which one? Big T has a dispatch for us.
Good afternoon, morning news junkies. So with the rubbernecking, honestly, I can't stand it. I have a decent commute to work, probably about 45 minutes to an hour usually. And when I get to the front of these lines of traffic and there isn't a major crash or something that is at least having people to slow down to make sure they are going safely by it, unlike someone changing their tire or a police car having someone pull over.
What a letdown.
BS reasons, I want to rage at people. But, no, human nature, not going to change it. So I guess I should just get over it. And with that, Big T out. We'll go pop, pop. Peace.
Thank you, Big T. Appreciate you. Appreciate your dispatch. Christina on Twitch says, Sean looks fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alicia says, I'm thinking the eyes look smaller today. I'm looking for exercises to see if there's anything I can do to stretch them out.
Right before you go to bed, scotch tape them for about 15 minutes open until they dry out. Yeah. Stretch out your eyelids.
It's a weird look. I feel uncomfortable, and I feel like
look like you're trying to do like eye kegels.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange style.
I feel like things are going to fly into my eyeball more now that this is the case, but whatever it takes, I'll get to it. We've learned a lot, I think, about some of these people who are running for office. You had the first debate at the GOP representatives out there, and they're all fighting with each other. They're all going after the Vivek Ramaswamy guy, the new dude, who's the only young one up there on the stage, and everybody's having at everybody else. But they keep going after Tim Scott, and they keep going after him for something that they go after a lot of presidents for, or presidential candidates, I should say. And with Tim Scott, it's the fact that he's not married. Ooh. All the other candidates are married, and they keep asking. It says top GOP donors and their allies privately are pushing Senator Tim Scott's team for more details about his bachelor status before deciding how much to support him in the presidential campaign.
What does it matter?
Why would you care even the slightest bit about that?
Does he have a girlfriend or is he divorced?
They say that he has a girlfriend, but I guess nobody's seen this girlfriend, which sounds like a lot of kids in high school. They said that nobody's actually seen him and the girlfriend.
Somebody.
And you know what this is? It's a witch hunt to see if he's gay. That's what it is. Whenever they say this stuff, they're like, oh, what, you're not married? Why wouldn't you be married? You're 57 years old. Oh, do you have a girlfriend? Can we learn who the girlfriend is?
Maybe you have a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. And otherwise, why would the GOP donors care about what he was doing in a relationship?
Maybe they would rationalize that they don't want to donate to somebody who is not going to put his full effort into America when he's gonna the guy's got to go on some dates and try and find love.
Could you imagine the White House first side piece?
That would be interesting, actually.
I'm in.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you, and you can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. We'll also get to an interesting fact about the kids going back to school that popped up. And when I saw this, I was like, I'm very, very surprised by this. Plus, a massive crowd gathered last night. What was everybody excited about? You're going to find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Did you know that the air inside your home could be making your family sick? Don't guess it, test it. Visit airqualityassessors.com and schedule an air quality assessment. Or call 844-CALL-AQA. That's 844-CALL-AQA. Don't guess it, test it.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. There's heavy delays due to an accident at the intersection where Alafaya Trail meets Severin Boulevard. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where 1792 southbound meets Oak Ridge Road. There's congestion westbound on I-4 between World Drive and US 27. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Summer is winding down, but business needs keep ramping up? Check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring solution that helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don does a live radio show every Saturday? That's right, each week on Saturday mornings right here on Real Radio 104.1. Don and his crew answer your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't you worry. You can listen to all the informative episodes right there on the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, or, of course, wherever you download podcasts. Just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Don, he's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. He's explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. That mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender. That means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. If you have a quote already, get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com or see if you can get a better deal by going to the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Barbecue, bacon, beer, and bourbon all meet at one event. No, you didn't die and go to heaven. Pitmasters and Pourers comes to Mount Dora and not only combines these four staples of life, but will also have music featuring DJ Angel of Boom from the Monsters and live performances from Cat Ridgway, Sean Holcomb, Bailey Callahan, and more. It all starts at 3 p.m. Saturday, September 23rd at Elizabeth Evans Park in beautiful Mount Dora. Pitmasters and Pourers, when the ultimate barbecue meets bacon, beer, and smooth bourbon. Presented by Yingling, the City of Mount Dora. Visit Lake County and Real Radio 104.1. Get tickets now at cityofmountdora.com.
When it's the hottest day of the summer. But it's the hottest day of the summer. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. As we head back to work, back to school, back to everything, we want to help you turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered, so you can take it all on with simple solutions to help you through the day. Everything you need to know before heading out the door. So join us every morning on NBC, because every day needs today.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Since 2010, Anheuser-Busch and Carroll Distributing have raised $22 million to support scholarships for families of fallen veterans and first responders through Folds of Honor. For 13 weeks, June 12th through September 4th, Carroll Distributing has donated 13 additional cents for each case of Bud and Bud Light sold in Brevard County. Join the Monsters from Real Radio 104.1 on Friday, September 8th, broadcasting live from the Cocoa Beach Fish Camp as we present Carroll Distributing's additional donation to a Brevard recipient. That's Friday, September 8th at Cocoa Beach fish camp starting at 6 a.m. For more info, visit realradiomonsters.com on the events page.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Washington, Mitch McConnell is staring aimlessly into space, and just his eyeballs are
the memes coming out. You know, I told you guys a few weeks back that Beyonce has that Everybody on Mute challenge, and where she performs a song and then the whole stadium has to quiet down. And
Did they match that up?
Oh my God, I have watched it at least 30 times. Over
That's
and over
funny.
again. Poor dude.
I hadn't even thought of that. It's good.
No.
Yeah, he was up there at that press conference this weekend for the second time. He zonked out. And then afterwards, you have like everybody does this with these politicians that are in question. Dianne Feinstein, also her mental health and her overall health absolutely in question. Fetterman, John Fetterman, is absolutely, whether or not he is fully capable of being in office, has been in question by some people. Joe Biden in the White House. And this is just the ones that are well known. This is the people that people know about, right? There's all kinds of old ass octogenarian, meaning over 80 years old, politicians in Washington. I think Mitch McConnell may be leading the pack right now because 2 zoom outs in a row is kind of right there on display. But I love how afterwards all of their fellow politicians will cover for them. They'll be like, "Oh, I talked to him. Yeah, he's good. Nah, he's good. He's chill. You know, we had a good little convo, and
We're very good friends.
Yeah, everything's cool. You guys, that was just
I did most of the talking, but you know, he did stare right through me. But things are they're looking up.
This is one of those things where I think people think they're empathetic by doing nothing. It's like how a lot of people on the left handled the homeless crisis, where they look at this and they're like, we're going to be empathetic to death with the homeless people. And then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And actually, the empathy would be in doing actual things to help them get off the street. And in some cases, when they're doing drugs and stuff, actually arresting them is the more empathetic thing to do. The more empathetic thing to do, if you're Mitch McConnell's friend, is not to pretend like he's okay. It's to go, buddy, it's time to check out. Let's get your keys and let's get you home to enjoy the rest of your days. That's the empathetic thing to do. Not just go, well, we need the vote. You know, we need this, we need that. Get somebody else in there. If you want another Republican in there, get another Republican in there. But not one that's 8 billion years old and just goes voo and zooms out into outer space at a press conference twice, right? 2 times this has happened. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's definitely happening. Naomi says mini strokes is what some have suggested. I never believe in this whole thing where people diagnose folks over the television. Let's leave that to his doctors and medical professionals.
There have been people that have successfully diagnosed people on TV.
Sure.
Hello?
Sure, but I don't think that's one of those things that should be like, everybody's like, it's this, it's that. You know what? It doesn't matter what it is. It's not normal. It shows that he has a diminished mental capacity right now. It shows that he can't properly represent people. It shows that with all these people, with all of them, every single one of them. Some of these people serve so long. And by the way, I guarantee you, if you polled on age limits for politicians, Celine, look that up real quick. Age limits, politicians poll, something like that. You'll find something where they've done a poll on this. I guarantee you it's popular to say that there should be some sort of age limits between Republicans, Democrats, everybody, I think, would say that this is a popular thing because we see these incidents of these old folks who just do not have it anymore. And yet they've been in power for so long, you can't get anybody else up in there. And I think when you hit maybe 70 years old, 65 years old, there should be some sort of fair cognitive test that they give you. If you cannot pass the test, then you cannot run for your next reelection.
All right. According to Google, 2022 YouGov poll found that 58% of Americans want a maximum age limit for politicians. Those who support age limits usually say politicians should be no more than 70 years old. Mm-hmm. This would make up 71% of current U.S. or this would make 71% of current U.S. senators ineligible to hold office.
My God!
See, I think that's part of the problem. Like they look at this and they go, well, maybe we should do it. What's the age limit? And they come up with a number and they realize it's going to be a ghost town in there. Just like a bloodlet.
It would be like if somebody said people in radio are too old. We need young blood in radio. And then they said, we want everybody who's over 40 to be retired from radio. I'd be like, well, I don't know about that. You know, let's put that age higher. They're never going to do this stuff unless people just start voting in younger candidates. And if you're a conservative, there's plenty of younger conservative candidates. If you're a progressive, there's plenty of younger progressive candidates. Actually, I think progressives have probably been better at this, fielding younger candidates across the spectrum. From AOC to there's the new representative in the state of Florida is super young, and there's a bunch of these people. Now, really, I don't know if you want like the 20-somethings in there, but when you get these 30-something, 40-something-year-old people, I think they can better represent people, and they have their mental faculties all locked in place. And hey, I'm crazy, I guess, but I think that's kind of important. When you ask people whether they think that schools are good in the United States of America, whether they're satisfied with schools in this country, do you think they say yes, they're satisfied, or no, they're not satisfied? What would your gut say?
I mean, it really depends on where. But
just like across the country. So they're saying, generically speaking, are you satisfied with schooling in the United States of America?
I think probably dissatisfied.
Okay. You think more people would say dissatisfied, and you're correct. So there's so many people that when they ask this question, the majority of people say schooling in America is broken, it sucks. But the weird thing is, if you ask those same people, what do you think about your K-12 student? Are they receiving a quality education? 76% of parents say yes. So 76% of parents think that their kids are getting a quality education, but somehow think that education as a whole sucks in the United States of America, which is a weird divide that we have going on right now. They said just 36% of adults overall said they were satisfied with K-12 education in the country, but 76% of parents believe their K-12 students are receiving a quality education, according to new data from an annual Gallup survey. And they're happy with all the different levels of this, speaking directly with teachers, voting for school board members, seeing the impact of lessons, blah, 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 on and on and on. If you are either happy or not happy with the schooling that your kids are getting, hit us up with a dispatch and tell us why. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send your first dispatch right now. Abraham Dragonfriend on Twitch says, I can only speak for my kid's school, which I approve of. That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody's like, my kid's school is great, but those other ones are really bad out there.
How do you even know? How do you, I mean, if people are speaking like that, you know, what Abraham Dragonfriend said, how can you say, because there are people that are like, my kid's school's good, the rest of them suck. How do you know?
Mm-hmm. I think it's because of, and I blame a lot of things on this, but I stand by it. I think it's because of the perception that people get from watching the news and media outlets. Because when you watch that, if you watch stuff on the right, you think the whole school is about gay books and trans books. And if you watch it and you're on the left, you think that the schools are letting everybody down. They don't have good enough teachers and all the kids are failing the tests. Because people don't run news stories on good news. It's a huge, huge thing that you need to come to terms with. People don't go, hey, this local high school did really well on standardized testing. Great job, everybody.
Boring.
This local high school brought up everybody's math score, and everybody across the board and across all demographics and races is doing much better. They don't do that. It's a business of misery. And so they find the next terrible thing that's happening, and they go, look, here, this is a symptom of what's going on out there. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe it just doesn't work like that. Nebraska volleyball stadium filled with human beings, friends. It was the world record for the largest crowd ever at a women's sporting event. 92,000 people.
Wow.
I say 92.
92,000 people at this Memorial Stadium watching this volleyball game.
That's a lot of
And,
pressure.
I'll give you a peek into the stadium. Imagine being one of the volleyball players.
Wow, dude. I've never seen a volleyball game that big.
No way. Look at the volleyball court's so tiny in the middle of all of it. 92,000 people.
Please tell me they
at
won.
this. Let's see. They said Nebraska's fight song begins. There's no place like Nebraska. When it comes to volleyball, those words never rang more true. The Cornhuskers laid claim to the world record for largest attendance at a women's sporting event. The university took aim at the record, and they announced they'd hold a day-long celebration of the sport that enjoys immense popularity in the state of fewer than 2 million people. So only 2 million people in Nebraska, 92,000 were in this stadium. That's kind of wild to think of. We took a chance by playing in Memorial Stadium to go for the record and break it. I don't think anybody could have envisioned this whole thing happening like this. Yeah, they won. 3-set sweep of Omaha in a regular season match. Thank God they won.
Did they
with
know
all those eyeballs?
No, it was a women's sporting event?
Yes, yeah. Everybody involved knew. I guess in Nebraska they really like volleyball. I guess they're really into it.
For any volleyball, like even men's volleyball, that seems ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't usually see that many people at a volleyball event, like beach volleyball, anything like that. Mostly beach volleyball people watch because the contestants or the athletes are sexy a lot of times. That'll get more eyeballs, but they really like it in Nebraska. And that seems strange because in the beach volleyball world, they probably wouldn't have a lot of experience over in Nebraska. But 92,003 people showed up for that event. All right, let's check in with you again and get a couple of dispatches worked in here on the show. Here is I'm a PC with a dispatch for us.
It's also the whole thing of why should we have people that are past the normal standard U.S. retirement age still be working for the government and controlling the government when their ideals are like 20 to 30 years old.
More than that.
Ideals change, what people want change, stuff like that. You have all these old people doing that. And then they're not going to shorten their terms or age limits like that because they make too much money from all the lobbyists.
Of course.
So it's never going to happen. We're just going to get the same people go until they die in office, and then the next person fills their place.
Right. I mean, the problem is, if you look at this the way I do, I look at it through like, a moral, philosophical lens, and I say, what do I want from government? I want the government to be as fair as possible and create the best situation possible for the most amount of people, right? That's what I want. That's like my basic, tenet in this situation. I want the government to do the best and create the best situation for the most people possible. And to do that, you have to represent those people with your viewpoints. And if you go talk to your Meemaw, you go to talk to somebody else's grandpa or something in like an old folks home, that person has a very different view of life, the world, drugs, politics, anything you can think of than the average person, the average American. C-Lane, I'm having you look everything up, but I can't talk in Google. What is the average age of an American? What's the average age of an American citizen? Is it? I would guess like probably 40...
37.6.
37? Okay, so 37 years old is the age of the average American. You put 10 years on either side of that, and you're going to have a big chunk of the population, right? So if that's the age the people are they properly represented by these people? What percentage you say of Senate that would knock out C-Lane?
71.
71% of the senators that represent these people have a completely different viewpoint on almost every major issue that you can imagine. But we get what we get. We've gotten garbage candidates for so long. We have absolute garbage candidates in this country. And in other countries, they tend to have more of a variety because they're not so locked into the teams. They're not locked into like, you must be from this party or this party. Good luck if you're trying to run as an independent, even though there are more independents than there are Democrats. There are more independents than there are Republicans. Even though that's the case, good luck trying to run if you're an independent. Does that make sense to anybody? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Let's go back to you. Let's see what's happening with another dispatch real quick. Here is Mr. Fish talking about schools.
Hey, News Junkies. So I heard you guys talking about the whole thing with schools and parents thinking that they aren't good enough, but also parents thinking that they're good enough for their children. And it's a whole mess. I'm pretty young. I just recently graduated college. I'm part of the generation that they stopped teaching cursive.
Yeah.
So,
it's so
I
weird.
think from there on, school kind of went downhill. In the K through 12, though, I'd say that they're not really being taught life skills, especially in that high school development. There's no life skills really being taught, and I feel like that's something that people have been asking for a lot, because when you go from high school to college and then to adulthood, you're still left without, really any life skills that people teach you, and you kind of have to learn them for yourself, such as, loans and taxes and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But just my thoughts. Hope you guys have a good day.
No, I totally agree with you. And the issue is that used to be left to the parents, but a lot of parents are garbage these days. Parents are excusers for their children's bad behavior. Parents are not the at-home educators that they could be in so many situations. Parents don't teach kids these very needed and valuable lessons. But if the school jumped in and did that, even when the parents don't and they neglect to do that, I think that would be a fantastic thing, honestly. So maybe that happens. Maybe we go in that direction. We'll see. You could send us a dispatch. Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, it's up, it's running, it's Burning Man, and Black Rock Desert is back in effect. There's some strange stuff going down at Burning Man this year, though. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, and delays due to an accident at the intersection where Alafaya Trail meets Severin Boulevard. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Highway 1792 meets Oak Ridge Road. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. They'll change your oil and have you back to working on your farmer's tan faster than you can choose the right SPF. Stop by one of their locations for a full synthetic oil change to help your car beat the heat. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
Good news. There's somebody ready to help you out with your air conditioner if you're having major issues. This summer has been tough on a lot of ACs out there because it's been so hot. And if you have an air conditioner that maybe is a little bit older, you might want somebody from Mills Air to come out and take a look. And they'll give you the rundown on it. They'll tell you how your AC is doing and if you maybe need to get some work done on it. And that will keep things working as efficiently as possible. You know what that helps you out with? Those giant power bills you've been getting. The more efficiently your AC is running, the better off you're going to be. Your air conditioner and your hot water heater are like the giant chunk, the vast majority of what your power bill is every single month. And you need to make sure you're on top of that so you're not paying too much. Mills Air has been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. That's a big discount right there. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call today to schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
The best time to get a great deal on a Jeep SUV is now during the Jeep Labor Day sales event. Visit Jeep.com or your local Jeep brand dealer to find the perfect Jeep SUV for you. Right now, get $3,500 total cash allowance plus finance and get no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. Hurry, don't miss this great offer. Financing and deferred monthly payments for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital. Not all buyers will qualify. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery by 9/5. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. As we head back to work, back to school, back to everything, we want to help you turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered, so you can take it all on with simple solutions to help you through the day. Everything you need to know before heading out the door. So join us every morning on NBC, because every day needs today.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's a thrilling weekend of special guests from TV and movies, cosplay, comics, vendors, live shows, and more at Fanboy Expo. Visit fanboyexpo.com/Orlando to learn more. That's fanboyexpo.com/Orlando.
Synthetic opioids like fentanyl are deadly and contribute to nearly 70% of overdose deaths. You can use fentanyl test strips and carry naloxone to be safer. Learn more about protecting yourself and others at cdc.gov/stopoverdose.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
Hey, everybody, it's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, and we want to help turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered. Join us every morning on NBC, because every day needs today.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
See that sign? Employees only.
That means keep out, buddy. It's just for us Buy Well employees. This is where we talk freely about all the stuff happening in the world.
You can keep Meghan Markle for all I care. As long as I get to take Harry to a weekend in Vegas, I'm happy.
It's Employees Only, courtesy of Ron Howard, the new podcast from Imagine Audio, Pretty Fast, and iHeartMedia. It's Employees Only. Listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Build your own truck the way you want it. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Appreciate it. And if you miss any of the show, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com. All the podcast links are there. You know, all the iHeartRadio stuff if you want to subscribe to the podcast. Every day when C-Lane posts the podcast, you'll get a little push notification, and bam, you can listen to the show and get caught up with everything that's happening around here. I don't know if either of you saw this, but it's starting to make the rounds. There was a full-page ad in the Orlando Sentinel today. And it's kind of interesting. I got it in front of me. I'll explain it for everybody who's listening. And it says, warning, mass murder and marijuana use go hand in hand.
Oh, my God. Really?
Wow.
And it's got like a pot leaf with the don't do it sign around it, like the Ghostbusters.
Can you zoom in, son?
I might be able to. Let's see here if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. There we go. That's better.
Can't believe it took hundreds of mass murders for them to figure that out.
Yeah, they've connected the dots here, and this was run as a full-page ad in the Sentinel. It says, mass murder and marijuana use go hand in hand, and the weed with the line through it. It says Salvador Ramos, Daryl Brooks, and they, all these different people's names who were involved in some sort of mass killing situation. And they said, like, each of them is framed like this. So they'll say, Robert Deere, Planned Parenthood shooter, November 27th, 2015. He was described as a marijuana newcomer by neighbors brought to Colorado by the promise of legal weed. And so this is one of those things where it's like correlation doesn't equal causation, but the person or the people involved don't necessarily get that. Like, here's, damn it, C-Lane. Can you Google the amount of Americans who smoke marijuana? If you Google the amount of Americans who smoke marijuana, I'll never bother you again. I promise. Because what happens here is you go, all of these people who committed these great atrocities, they were pot smokers. And I guess 40% or something. That's got to be pretty high now, especially because it's gone up and up and up in the last handful of years. If you've got, like, let's say 40, 50% of the population that smokes somewhat regularly, maybe it's 30. There's a lot of people.
It's not that high.
How high is it?
According to a Gallup poll, 16% of Americans say they smoke marijuana.
Is that it? When was that from? What year?
It doesn't say right here.
Okay, well, let's take that then. 16%. We'll take that as factual. 16% of Americans smoke marijuana. So that means when anybody commits a violent act, there's at the very least a 16% chance that you're going to find that they also are marijuana users. Those two things don't mean much unless you try to make them. And that's what they're doing in this ad, mentioning all these people. It says, according to research studies, marijuana use causes aggressive behavior, causes or exacerbates psychosis, and produces paranoia. And then it's this group, I had not heard of them before, but AALM, Americans Against Legalizing Marijuana, it says.
Boring.
So it's interesting that they've run this full-page ad in the newspaper.
I also think it's hilarious that that was tweeted out by Maxwell. So Scott Maxwell, like, oh, look, I don't know about this.
Interesting.
Yeah. He says, it seems opponents hope people won't consider all the pot users who don't commit mass murder. The logic here is similar to, if you find a nickel on the sidewalk when it's raining, then obviously rain leads to nickels. Yeah, correlation does not equal causation. Meaning that just because two things are true doesn't mean that one thing caused the other. And you could also say that all of these people, I can make a list of mass murderers right now and run a full-page ad in the Orlando Sentinel or the Dallas Morning News or any other newspaper, the Palm Beach Post, anything. I wrote a full-page ad in the newspaper, and I could say, look at all these people. They're all left-handed. These left-handed murderers, left-handedness is more likely to lead you to a violent outcome, and that's why these people all did this. That's sort of the same thing.
Interestingly enough, the poll that I found, or this article from Forbes, was from just about a year ago, actually. And it was August of 2022. And it says that 16% of those surveyed said that they smoke marijuana, up from 12% in a similar poll. The article was about saying more Americans smoke marijuana than cigarettes. It says, by contrast, only 11% said they had smoked a tobacco cigarette in the previous week.
Damn.
What do you think that number was in the 1950s?
Oh God. Very zero. Close to zero, at least.
No, that smoked in the 1950s?
Marijuana cigarettes?
No, tobacco.
Oh, tobacco. Oh,
yeah.
doctors were recommending it. You could smoke everywhere. People were starting at like 12 years old.
In the 50s,
60%.
I would say 52%.
45% of adults said they were smokers at a point in the 1950s.
So that has come down significantly. And interestingly enough, the new category of vaping has come up. I'm not sure what percentage of Americans now vape, but it's a lot of people. You know, there's a whole industry built off of this thing. So there you go. Marijuana and mass murder, they go hand in hand. So beware out there. If you have a friend who's a pot smoker, oof. Better keep your distance from that person. Yeah. You won't want to get near them. You're gonna be stabbed or something. It's dangerous out there.
I'm gonna request one of those. Remember those big locks they used to have on the doors here?
Mm-hmm.
I got to keep the pot smokers out.
You do. You got to keep them away from you. They wander around like pot zombies. You don't want that. Meanwhile, speaking of pot zombies, I'm sure there's some of them out at Burning Man right now, where Black Rock City, the city that only exists when Burning Man is underway, it pops up out of nowhere in the desert, and 80,000 people get together to listen to strange music and do strange things and have strange times together. But this year, now, I remember when we talked to somebody from Burning Man.
Yeah, Johnny Diggs.
Johnny Diggs, that's right. And he was explaining how burners are and like how the culture works. It was really interesting. If you want to go back into interviews on thenewsjunkie.com, you can check that out.
He's out there right now.
Is he? And
Did you see how hard of a time they had getting in there?
Well, that's what I'm talking about here. Because there's like one 2-lane road that gets you in and out of this place. One 2-lane road that gets you in and out. And 80,000 people are going back and forth on that. So it's a nightmare traffic-wise. But you had a bunch of climate change protesters who blocked the road going into Burning Man.
Chained themselves.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was so funny to see all of these like peaceful, we're just trying to do better for the world, which I think a lot of Burning Man people are along those same lines, fight each other. And then the climate protesters completely changed to the point where, like, they couldn't even move themselves. And they're like, we're just trying to prove a point, man.
Yeah, they had a 28-foot trailer that they blocked the road with.
And then cops come through and run everything over.
These climate change protesters, they do not know how to win friends and influence people. They are very, very bad at doing that.
They should
trying to get their demands.
They should go to their local library and pick up a copy of that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
It might do them serve them well to do that. They said they wanted them to ban private jets, which I think a lot of Burning Man people would be fine with the banning of the private jets. They don't like, a lot of the Burning Man people, from what I can gather, don't like the rich people who co-opt their community.
Yeah, but
single-use plastics as well.
But they have an airport. Like, they have an airport that only exists when Black Rock City exists. And it's completely manned by volunteers, and they have a whole bunch of planes come out there. I would say that most of them are not private jets. I would say that a lot of them are just people who have like a small Cessna or something like that go out to Burning Man.
Yeah, but there is, without a doubt, this like Hollywood rich culture that gloms on to something like Burning Man because they think it's cool. And then they go in there the rich way. And
honestly, the only way I would want to do Burning Man.
Give me the glamping route or give me nothing. Yeah, so they were trying to stop this. I don't think they won any friends, but we'll see. They finally got them out of the way after a huge, huge gridlock that was created as a response to this. One of the groups was Extinction Rebellion, and Rave Revolution is the other one. I've not heard of Rave Revolution, but Extinction Rebellion is particularly annoying. Often targets things that have nothing to do with climate change, like art galleries and paintings, and just do whatever they want because they believe the world is melting and we're all going to die. Nothing wrong with that, right? That won't be problematic moving forward. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Celebrity dads. They're just as embarrassing as our regular dads, except Kanye, who openly received mop bop on a boat in Italy. This week's edition of Let's See How Much We Can Bid on Stuff That Belonged to Famous Dead People, plus the secrets of Cocaine Bear, have officially been yayoed into the grave. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Just want to freshen up the forecast details as we approach midday on this Thursday. Hope your day's off to a good start so far. Hot highs, low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and showers and storms quite likely for the afternoon at 70% coverage. Heavy tropical downpours and a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning. By tonight, 77, rain chances up to about 11 o'clock, chance 60%. And on our Friday, looks like a high of 90, a rain chance for the PM at 70%. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
Hey, Orlando, try KFC's 3-piece tenders for just $5. Head to your nearest KFC to enjoy 3 pieces of our freshly prepared extra crispy tenders and a warm, flaky biscuit side. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes. We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
At Checkers, I'm in the driver's seat. So when there's a tough call, I gotta make it. Like this $3.49 deal. Do I want a Checker burger and small fries? Or do I want a spicy chicken sandwich and small fries? Or do I want a crispy fish sandwich and small fries? Whatever I want for just $3.49. Oh, man. Sounds like everyone behind me's in the driver's seat, too. Now half off regular size classic slushies.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, any member FDIC.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep, and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number.
Don't miss our Labor Day special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day.
You can experience firsthand the real benefits of battery-powered outdoor landscaping equipment by Stihl at your local Tools Ace Hardware. And remember, Stihl products are only sold through servicing dealers like Tools Ace Hardware, which means you can't find Stihl equipment at the big box stores. Stihl battery-powered equipment has long run times and the ability to switch easily between multiple tools, like edgers, trimmers, and blowers. Stop by one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 Stihl locations with service and repair centers right inside their stores. It's no secret Stihl outdoor power equipment is synonymous with quality and reliability. And now you can get that same great quality and reliability from Stihl's brand new outdoor battery powered tools and equipment. With 12 locations all throughout Central Florida, chances are there's a Tools near you. Find your Tools Ace Hardware and shop online for your brand new steel battery-powered outdoor tools and equipment at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
The most unforgettable weekend of music on the planet.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
Just a moment, all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Real quick, tips at thenewsjunkie.com and Ed emails. Ed says, I'm surprised you haven't received about 80 texts on this. The guy, and he's talking about Scott, the guy running for president, the guy can't hold the office if he's not married, Ed says. Ed, I have not received 80 texts on that because that is not true and not a thing. You don't have to be married to be an elected official.
Is that
anywhere.
something people really think?
I've never heard this before, but he's like, can't believe you haven't gotten a ton of texts on this. Can't be the president if you're not married. You absolutely can be a bachelor president. I think Chester A. Arthur was, or there was at least one president who was. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I can't help myself. I am. It's getting hot in here. Take off for some clothes.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation. Perhaps you're just curious to start the process of any of those things. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and work with an expert and a friend that you can trust.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
47 years ago, 1976, George Harrison, you know him from
The Beatles.
The Beatles is right. And he was found guilty of, quote, subconscious plagiarism of the Chieftains hit He's So Fine for his hit My Sweet Lord.
Oh.
Which apparently sound exactly alike. Unfortunately, the Chieftains is not available in the system here.
What? We don't have He's So Fine?
It's not a big hit.
That was a huge hit. That's like a big-time oldie song.
2023, man. But does it sound like it? Does it sound just like the Chieftains?
Not really.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's similar. Probably had the same chords and stuff.
After 5 years of appeals, the decision cost George almost $500,000.
Damn.
Imagine. And 24 years ago, 1999, this album was released that featured this hit song that Sea-Lane and I love so much.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct, Sea-Lane.
I have no idea what this is.
It's Goodbye Earl.
Oh,
Goodbye,
okay.
Earl.
Dixie Chick.
And their fifth album, Fly, 1999. Remember, I received that for my birthday, 9th birthday to be exact, and memorized every single word. And we move on to more modern days. We bid adieu to one of the detectives and the last person that could hold any secrets when it came to Cocaine Bear. It was the mystery man who was on the plane with the real-life drug smuggler in Cocaine Bear. He has died and now is taking his secrets with him.
Oh.
His name is Bill Leonard. He was the last to see the former narcotics detective Andrew Thornton alive before Thornton parachuted to his death with those millions of dollars worth of cocaine that the bear ate.
That sounds very D.B. Cooper-esque.
Right? Now, before making the jump, Thornton tossed the duffel bags filled with the cocaine, which was then found by the bear in the Georgia mountains. Leonard is believed to have parachuted from the plane before Thornton jumped and the plane crashed. Although the FBI and the DEA were investigating Thornton, Leonard was never charged and cooperated with police, according to the FBI's investigative file. Also, fun fact about Leonard, who is now dead, martial arts expert who owned his own studio in Lexington, Kentucky.
Good for him.
Yes.
He declined to share any of his story for the documentary that's now streaming on Tubi. It's called Blow, The True Story of Cocaine Bear.
Wait, wasn't there already a movie called Blow?
No,
There was.
but this is called Blow, The True Story of Cocaine, a Bear,
Blow,
and a crooked Kentucky cop. Despite the numerous attempts for an interview, the film, of course, is based, the one that we have all seen, is based on the story. After the crash in September of 1985, Leonard told Knoxville News-Sentinel Thornton had duped him into coming along for the ride during the fateful night. He said, "I'm going over to the Bahamas, meet a couple guys, talk about something. Would you like to come? I'll pay you," and told him nothing else. And then all of a sudden, plane's about to crash, cocaine is tossed off the plane, and then the main drug smuggler, Thornton, fell to his death because he didn't realize you have to be a little bit lighter when using a parachute. He told the News Sentinel...
Wait. Hit the brakes. You could be too fat to parachute? That's
No,
a thing?
I think he had more cocaine on him.
Oh, God. So Eddie, God, it was his downfall then. Jesus.
Yeah, they said, what I had just seen the quote, too, that when they found him, that they had broken every single bone in his spine.
Oh, my
because
God.
He had weighed too much with the weight of the drugs and the parachute, and I guess what level that they were jumping out of the plane. Boom, he's dead.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, a little bit.
If only you could rub some cocaine on that.
Can you imagine? He said he touched the hearts and lives of so many and broke the bones of others, a friend said of his passing, and he was known to be the last person that would have any details, like the true details of the mystery behind Cocaine Bear.
So he wouldn't tell anybody, huh?
Yeah, may he rest in peace. But I'm curious about seeing that documentary, and very curious that Tubi got a hold of it and not like a bigger streaming service. But
they're throwing some money at that whole Tubi thing. It's like, look, it's pretty attractive. It's totally free. Like anything totally free like that.
what makes it different from like Pluto?
I think it's like the same thing.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, I think they're like very, very similar models.
More investors, maybe?
In case you guys missed it, this guy's wife was investing in something.
Kanye West.
Kanye West is right. Did you guys see these pictures?
Yeah. Are they actually married?
They're calling it wife on page 6 with air quotes. But Kanye West, he got a little head start to the week with a boat ride with his wife, 28-year-old Bianca, and she was seen hanging out right in between his legs, and his butt cheek was out. And now Kim Kardashian, of course, his estranged wife, or ex-wife officially, after the divorce, is desperately embarrassed by these not safe for work boat moments that were captured by paparazzi. What?
She's in a porn. she's desperately embarrassed by him getting mop in public. But
I guess so.
All right.
Unclear if the 46-year-old rapper was in the middle of a lewd act. I will say, in my opinion, it was very clear he was in the middle of a lewd act. I found the most awkward part to be that, like, you have the two big pictures making the rounds, and then you see the captain in the video just, like, on the phone, looking back, seeing what's happening to Kanye, and then turning back around, docking the boat, and 4 more people come out of the boat. So everyone's just watching Kanye get serviced just a little bit.
You know, they're getting mad at Kanye's, air quotes, wife in Italy.
Yeah, because of her dressing?
Yeah, Italy is actually, when it comes to people dressing like too sexy or revealing, they're very conservative about that, I guess. And
and everything this woman wears is see-through.
There's a lot of like racy outfits.
But Italy's also very known for high fashion, right? It's just as long as you're not showing cleavage.
Yeah, I really didn't know that about Italy. I didn't know that if you went there, I had seen some tourist stuff before, which is like, you know, if you are exposing too much skin, there's places that'll tell you can't be there. It's just kind of weird. I wouldn't have expected that out of Italian culture.
Let's get back to the United States, though, right? Because we have a show that I think finally the three of us will be watching together at the same time, or at least I hope. But they have now revealed the cast for The Golden Bachelor. Yeah, almost married. How many Mitch McConnell moments will we see on The Golden Bachelor this
season? It's going to be so great.
That'll be on the bingo card, I think.
The AARP version of The Bachelor, the cast has been revealed, and there are 3 takeaways. And let's read them off. As promised, The Bachelor is Jerry Turner. He is 71 years old.
He looks great for 71. I got to give it to him.
If you were, no homo, let's put yourself in a woman's shoes. Would you find him to be attractive considering he is 71 years old?
He looks like he's in good shape.
Great
he
face.
Looks like
what about what's happening downstairs? Do you think it's down to his knees, or is that just a myth?
You can't fight gravity, so there's probably still some
Is there
things
a surgery
going on.
for that?
The women look all beautiful, too. I don't know what their age range is for the women, but I saw a poster with all of them together.
I'll tell you right now, if you want to maybe show the people on the stream, but everyone is at least 60 years old.
Damn.
As far as the hot something.
And they really went for it.
Yeah, they did. There aren't quite the standard small-town widows, divorcees, or silver singles. The casting directors didn't go to church. There's actually quite a range. There are people that worked at Walmart.
Here they are in front of me.
There are real estate agents, former teachers as well. And
they look good, right?
It's all very far away, though, Sean. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, to me, they look good.
The cast seems packed with professional, seasoned women, TV-ready, real estate agent vibes. There are actually a couple of real estate agents, a few health and wellness types. They say 5 women worked in education and multiple business women, 1 designer.
Oh, so I don't think that. I think that means that we're not going to get a first day where they all like come piling out of the limo
and they do like weird things.
No, they're going to do that. I'm saying we're not going to get those like weird that's a job moments like social media manager,
right? Box company owner. Look now. I've got it closer so you can see. They all look great.
Yeah. All right, and I love. Oh wait, go back to the left there. That's the same pose I had for my infamous prom picture.
Yeah, right.
You see that? I'm like, put your hand over your ovary. There is 1 pro-aging coach that is there. Only about half of them are retired, but all of them play pickleball.
Oh, my God.
Which they made sure to mention. They have that debuting September 28th, will air Thursdays on ABC. On the boob tube, my friends. We've got The Price is Right at Night, a tribute to Bob Barker. May he rest in peace. Peace on CBS, the 5th season finale of What We Do in the Shadows, back-to-back episodes starting at 10 p.m. Choose Love, an interactive romantic comedy on Netflix. Whatever that means. Series premiere of Spellbound on Hulu, series premiere of One Piece on Netflix, and the series premiere of Adventure Time spinoff Fiona and Cake on Max. Follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, a man was pulled over and cited for the person he had in his passenger seat. And I think you'll agree with the citation. I'll tell you what this guy had in the passenger seat of his car. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, they specialize in one-of-a-kind custom-designed jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heading through the city, you can expect congestion westbound on I-4 between Robinson Street and Princeton Street. There's delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. Authorities are clearing up an accident at the intersection where Alafaya Trail meets Semorin Boulevard. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. That means they'll change your oil faster than it takes you to find a good spot at your local swimming pool. Dive into one of their convenient locations and see for yourself. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Pollo Tropical has a real Cuban sandwich, down to the cut. More roast pork. Esto es lechón, and it will always be lechón. Ham, cheese, pickles. Because without pickles, it's not a real Cuban. Mantequilla is a gift from God, and it's pressed until the cheese melts. A classic. And the drive-thru, it's like una ventanita. The Cuban sandwich from Pollo Tropical. It doesn't get more Cuban than this.
Get ready to win your way into our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. This is your chance to see Foo Fighters, Sheryl Crow, Lenny Kravitz, Public Enemy, and so much more. Listen for the keywords at 9 a.m., 1 and 5 p.m. each weekday for your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival. This contest brought to you by Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer freshness you can taste and see. From store-baked breads to slicing meat and cheeses right in front of you. Visit your favorite Jersey Mike's subs location today or order on the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
This summer was awesome, but brutal on your lawn. Now it's fall and your lawn needs a quick boost. That's where Scott's Turf Builder comes in. Scott's Turf Builder makes it easy to give your lawn the nutrients it needs to help repair the damage that summer fun caused and strengthen your roots till spring. Guaranteed. Feed and repair your lawn now and enjoy yourself long into the fall. Pick up a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guarded Ace today.
Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And that's just the beginning. Do you Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Terms and conditions apply. Your mobile carrier's availability and message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. Because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar, solarsource.com/monsters.
If you're experiencing tooth pain, Advanced Endodontics can help. Our team of experts provide state-of-the-art care, offering advanced treatments like laser-assisted endodontics with no referrals necessary. With our 5 convenient locations serving Central Florida, you can get same-day emergency appointments, and you'll find we have easy financing and flexible payment plans available. Make an appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
If your business is looking to add talent to your team, sign up for the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair. The Job Fair will be promoted across iHeartMedia's 13 Central Florida radio stations that reach nearly 2 million people. Get the word out about your open positions and attract top talent. Join us at the Orlando Science Center on Wednesday, October 11th from noon to 4 p.m. For more information on how your business can participate, go to fljobsnow.com. Click on the Get More Info tab. That's fljobsnow.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200. I'm telling you, there's a chance.
Tell you what, dating right now in 2023 seems like a nightmare. It seems like an absolute nightmare to me.
In what sense? Dating apps?
I think for me, it seems like a nightmare in terms of like expectations of young people, like the expectations that they have from one another or for one another. It's just wild. If the videos that you see online are indicative of how it actually is out there in the youth dating world, and there's so many of these because now it's become the new viral thing to do, either in the street or on like a podcast. You have these women on. A lot of the women have OnlyFans and stuff that they promote, or they're just Instagram models. And then they ask him all kinds of questions. Like they'll go, what do you think the average man makes in the United States of America? And they'll go, $200,000 a year.
Oh.
And you go, God, man, it's difficult out there dating if a bunch of people are thinking that this is what the average person makes. And there is one who is going viral as of the last 24 hours or so. And people were going, how could she ever do this? How could she do this? Hey, I mean, to each their own. You have your own things you look for in people that you date, but people don't like what she does too much. Here she is.
I'm not joking. I have asked the last 3 dudes I've dated for their bank account info on the first date.
I don't judge people's actions. I look at the intention behind it. So, why do you ask for that?
Because I only want to date a wealthy guy that has money.
Valid. So you're getting straight to the point.
I think, I have a job. I'm very successful. So I think I have every right to be like, hi, are we on the same level or am I wasting my time?
So she said on the first date, she wants to see your bank account information. She wants to get in there. And hey, if that's what she's going for, fine, you do you.
All of a sudden this feels less like a date and more like I'm applying to rent a house.
Yeah, it starts to feel less organic when you start working in all of those things. But if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for some rich dude and you want to make sure you're not getting hoodwinked by a fake rich dude, okay, if people are willing to let you do that.
What kind of bank account information? If I was on a first date, I'll put myself in a man's shoes dating an influencer, and what information am I giving? It sounds like I'm going to be scammed. Is that 33-year-old me talking?
Right. Yeah.
Social security number, blood type, next?
There's no way I would do that. That would make me way uncomfortable, and I would feel like it's just not the right basis for a relationship, but that's what she thinks is the right thing.
And she said, the last 3 guys? What happens when none of them come up with that?
Then it's over. You're not going to be dating her unless you actually give up the digits.
But I mean,
passcode.
Is there a guy out there that's like, we're not giving out the password, are we? I mean, she gets to log on and see herself, or
maybe you just show it to her, and then you'll have people who Photoshop it, this is my bank account, or they'll go in and do the thing where you can view or inspect Element or whatever on a web page and change all the digits and just add a whole bunch of zeros to your bank account and bam, look what we got going here. No, dating in Miami in particular for some reason seems like a nightmare. If you don't have a yacht in Miami and you're trying to get out there and find somebody who's top tier, it seems like it would be, ooh, man. I don't envy the people in that world. That's quite a bit. Invisible Man says, I'll show a lady my bank account, then tell her to kiss my butt. I ain't dating her. Well, I mean, I don't know that you really won. She still saw your bank account, if that was the case. Unless you really got some zeros going on in that thing. Let's move over to this, and it's a vehicle that got pulled over by police because of who was in the passenger seat. And I agree, this is probably not a good idea. I think you'll agree as well. Hey, there are some limitations and there are laws out there. You're not supposed to be distracted when you're driving, even though so many of you are. All right? You're not supposed to be texting. Not supposed to be doing all these things. And I would say certainly it would be fair to say you're not supposed to be doing this while driving. Let's watch and listen together at why this person got in trouble.
Now to a bizarre scene caught on camera in Nebraska. This one's no bull. Police pulled over a driver after seeing him driving down the interstate.
What?
That is a real-life bull.
What?
The bull's name...
What the hell is a full-on bull?
But completely, in this customized car, of all the vehicles to put it in, not a truck, but one that has a new windshield?
Yeah, they cut the car kind of in half, so there's no roof or windshield
it's
on
a
half of it.
convertible.
Yes, it is a half convertible, right? And then the bull, which is not like some little bull, it's a big-ass bull.
Look at the horns.
I don't think I've ever seen horns like that on one of these bulls. It's wild looking, and it drives in the passenger seat of the car next to this guy in Nebraska, and the cops had to pull him over and go, hey, you can't do this, man. You're not allowed to drive with this thing.
What's the ticket you get for that?
I don't know, but they said they gave him a few citations, and they said never drive your car with the bull as the passenger. I guess they did say that the bull was really, really well behaved, though.
Maybe he was sedated.
I don't know.
I think you would want a bull to be sedated if that's the thing. I like how they say that the bull's in the passenger seat. like he's in one seat. That bull is in the passenger side of the car.
Yeah. The bull's ass is not in the passenger seat. It's just taking up the whole other side.
What I hate out of this is the title moving violation.
I know, yeah. They're getting real pun heavy on some of these. Let's see what else they say.
It's Howdy Doody. Okay, that's the bull's name. Howdy Doody. In the passenger seat. Yes, this is real. TV, As you can see, the bull couldn't exactly fit in the car, so half the roof and the windshield was removed to accommodate the bull's shoulders, head, horns.
Steve,
Officers say
I'm doing on this one.
Where was that?
Ticket.
This is in Nebraska.
They're having fun with it, but this guy, he loves his damn bull, I guess.
Yeah, well, not enough to get a proper trailer for it.
No, he wants it to be next to him.
If you've custom made this car to be half a car just so you could put a bull inside it, how is it that we're just now seeing pictures of it and it's just getting pulled over for the first time?
Yeah, there's a lot of viral potential here.
Also, kudos to whatever teenagers pulled off the P and the O from that police car, and it just says lice.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
The guy's in trouble, can't do it anymore. There's a lot of people who end up kind of like building close connections to bizarre animals like this. And I've referenced this show a couple of times, but it's a good one if you haven't seen it. I believe it was on Showtime, and it's the television version of the This American Life radio show. And on it, they feature one guy who had a bull, just like this, a big, giant, full-grown bull, and he loved this bull. Like, he absolutely loved this bull. I don't know, I may have told this before, but if you haven't heard it, they chronicled this guy hanging out with his best friend bull. The bull would come into the house, he would pet him, they would spend time together, and then the bull died. And when the bull died, he was just absolutely heartbroken by this. And he went to, I think it was in Texas, he went to like Texas A&M, and he said, "Can you clone my bull? I'm just devastated." And they said, "Yes, we can actually. We can clone your bull." And they did all the science, and they pulled it off. They cloned this guy's bull, one of the earlier cloned animals on the planet. And then when he got home with I think his original bull's name was Chance, and this one was Chance 2, the cloned one. And when he got home with Chance 2.
Why the hell would you name it Chance 2 and not Second Chance?
I was right there.
What is wrong with you, bull guy?
So he goes home, he's got his new bull, and as the bull is growing up, the bull gores him. So something that Chance would never do.
Not the same personality, huh?
And he goes, "Oh my God." And so, he goes to the hospital, gets some surgery, and he's still hanging out with the bull, still spending all the time with the bull. Bull gores him again. And it keeps happening. And he had to come to the realization that even though you can make something that looks exactly like the other thing you had, it's not the same thing. Yeah. The personality of this animal was totally different. But that guy was in love with that bull. And he had like skinned Chance the bull, and he kept the skin around.
That's
and
weird.
Had like the hide of the animal in his house.
I'm definitely
going
to make Carl a clutch.
Yeah, a little bag out of Carl.
Yeah, I think, or a coin purse. Like, depends on how much they can get off of him.
I'm sure there's people that do that. I guarantee you there's
Remember
people
the drone cat?
Yes. Somebody made the cat into the drone and then flew it around because there's clever people online and they have skill sets and plenty of time on their hands. So we see these things, and
they're some of the scariest people there are.
Yeah, anybody who can make a cat into a drone, a little bit on the frightening side. All right, let's go over to you and work in a couple of dispatches while we have time. Here is For the People from TD.
Hey, Junkies, what's happening?
Hey.
Great show, as always. Completely unrelated to most of the fun topics for today, but did want to ask and push Sean, because so many of us think that you do have a great voice for speaking out when needed. Can we just continue to ask questions, guys, about the fires in Maui? Can we continue to ask questions and push back on some of these upcoming potential mask mandates and questions on upcoming COVID variants? I hate to go down the conspiracy theory track, but we the people, right? I mean, we have to continue to ask questions and not just do as we're told. So
right. About that, I've seen a lot of stuff, people saying, "I will not comply." That was actually trending on Twitter yesterday. "I will not comply with the purported new mask mandates and stuff because of this new variant." The new variant doesn't seem to be any stronger in any way. There's nothing really notable about the new variant at all that makes it more dangerous. I don't know. I forgot what the name was. I saw it the other day and I looked into it just to see, like, why are we talking about this? Is it more deadly? Is there something, that's frightening about this? And there wasn't. There wasn't anything that stuck out. It was just the same thing. And then I looked at some of these stories where people were really worried, a lot of Republicans really worried that there's going to be new lockdowns and that there's going to be more mask mandates. There were a couple of places. There was like a school somewhere, a university, I believe, and then there was in California some business that said they were going to bring back mandates in their building for masks while this new surge was going on. But there has been nothing that I've seen, like regionally speaking or nationally speaking, in terms of bringing back all of that stuff.
Yeah, this is the first I've heard of new mandates.
It's kind of an online thing. It's a lot of people talking about it on Twitter or on Facebook. And yeah, I don't think it's a big worry. I think that people who are still doing that stuff are kind of just out there on the edges of life. I've talked about that before. Like, if you have somebody who's close to you who has a situation where they're immunocompromised and they're sick and you don't want to get them any more sick, then do all the things you need to do, whatever you think is the right thing to do. But if you're a healthy person, you don't need to be doing all this stuff anymore. You just absolutely don't need to be doing it. If you want to, that's on you. That seems like a bad way to live life to me, but do your thing. And I would be against any kind of mandates or lockdowns or any of that stuff if they did it. I just don't see any evidence whatsoever that that's happening on a wide scale. And I don't think it would be very popular. I don't even think it would be popular with Democrats if they try to push some of this stuff right now. People are over it. Let's do One Nut the King with a dispatch about serial killers.
Oh, my God. Every mass murderer also drove a car.
That's true.
Nike, we're all screwed.
Ban cars.
Pop, pop.
That's
Somebody
right.
texted in as we were getting started with the next episode in a comment to that story and was like, Hitler breathed air. Oh, air.
Oh, man. There is a lot of people who are very focused on the connections between violence and marijuana use. And I think that they're kind of lost in the woods, because I think if you look at something, there is a lot of people, as we said, who smoke marijuana in the United States of America, tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of millions of people. If this was truly causing these violent outbursts, you would be seeing them a lot more, and you would be seeing a much more direct connection between the people smoking and the people doing this stuff.
Smoking.
You don't really see it. They tried to do this for a little while. Remember when everybody was eating everybody else's face off?
Yes.
All the cannibal stories were going on out there.
What's up, Miami?
They kept bringing those people in and saying that, just like the frat boy cannibal, that guy.
Oh, he did never do nothing like that.
When his dad cried on Dr. Phil, this guy, everybody tried to say afterwards, the only drug that they found in his system was marijuana. And you go, yeah, okay, fine. But what was happening was this guy was having a massive mental breakdown. He was having an absolutely massive mental breakdown that led to all of this. And then, when he was in these people's garage that he attacked, he killed at least one of them, I think. Yeah, I think he killed one of them. This was the frat bro cannibal story from way back in the day. And when he was in their house and he was doing all this and freaking out, he was drinking gasoline and drinking like cleaner and stuff in the garage. The guy was in the middle of an absolute meltdown. He wasn't stoned. He wasn't like high and, all right, well, here we go. I'm going to eat some people's faces off. People are too quick to confirm their own biases. And that is such a major problem right now. Free thought is gone. Everybody goes, I believe this, right? You have like this big portion of the country that is like, I believe in all these progressive ideals. Big portion of the country that's like, I believe in conservative ideals, or I believe in, Trump ideals, whatever those are. And then around that, they just find everything they can that they agree with, and the cognitive bias flows on and on and on and on. And then we have people living in totally different worlds. I think that is bad. That's what I think. And that's not a very hot take, I don't think. Let's go to Bohan the Blue, and let's see what he says.
Hey, News Junkies.
Oof.
My son had to do a report on why the school system is failing.
It's hard to hear you. We're going to need you to maybe fix your phone, or I don't know what's happening.
Sound a little more
there.
AM, and we need FM, buddy.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I could understand him. I speak loud trucker guy.
All right, well, you want more?
And his recommendation was starting the first year of middle school, there would be 3 electives that were required. 1 a year would be mental health education, physical health education, beyond PE.
That's good. I like it.
Things like that. Diet.
I like it. We used to focus more on those things. You ever seen one of these old videos? I love them. I love seeing these videos of school in like the 1990s or school in 2004. And they just show all these kids hanging out. And they show what everybody looks like. There's like not a fat kid in sight in the 80s and in the 70s, certainly. You know, it's like we talked about things like trying to be healthy and live a healthy life. We talked about physical education for these people, learn how to keep yourself in shape. But then all that became offensive, and you're singling out the fat kid. So again, instead of having actual empathy for the fat kid and helping them to not be fat, which is hugely important because if you are overweight as a child, you are very likely to be overweight for the rest of your life. So that's when you got to fight that kind of stuff. And we're trying to be empathetic, and we got rid of so many of those different things instead of actually helping people. The true empathy comes in helping people for real, even if somebody's feelings get hurt along the way. And I agree. I think, your son sounds smart to me to bring up some of these things. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got to warn about something that is going to possibly disappear forever. You may never be able to drink this again. And some of you are going to be upset by this. What is it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy the Twitter experience without the musk. At Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect slowdowns eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 and congestion westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident at the intersection where Alafaya Trail meets Severin Boulevard. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. It's Sizzly time at Wawa. And you know what that means? All your favorite Sizzlies are just 2 for $5. Like their new Pancake Sizzly. Great mornings start at Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
Oh, man, that is great.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Experience more of the music you love with the record-breaking 5G network. T-Mobile customers can unlock VIP benefits at the festival all weekend long. It's better over here. See why at T-Mobile.com/SEEWHY.
Whips one in. It's headed on and in. Wilder Cartagena.
Orlando City is back on the road this weekend as the Lions travel north to take on FC Cincinnati in an Eastern Conference battle this Saturday, September 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 to catch Kickoff Minus 60, airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app.
Slowed down, held back, inhibited. What you get out depends on what you put in. Rejuvenate your engine's performance with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, because true performance knows no bounds. New and improved Shell V-Power Nitro Plus removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance. Continuous use in gasoline direct injection engine fuel injectors.
Aren't you tired of people getting your information and then selling it? Like KBB and these deals that sell all your information to everybody and have 20 people calling you and bugging you? And give me the VIN. We don't do that. We want to buy your car. We want to buy it for the right price. We want to be fast, efficient, especially in the summer heat. We don't want to waste your time. Get in, get out, get you paid. Make you happy. Go put a review up. Say we love these guys. GiveMeTheVIN.com. There is a reason that they call us America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
The best time to get a great deal on a Jeep SUV is now during the Jeep Labor Day sales event. Well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $409 a month for 39 months with $2,999 to its signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 9/2/24. Extra charge for miles over 32,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5. Jeep is a registered trademark.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's The Woody Show.
Rover's Morning Glory.
The Rod Ryan Show.
All of the once-in-a-lifetime events.
iHeartRadio Music Festival.
All of the best free curated playlists.
Everything that rocks.
All of the great podcasts for every interest.
This is Freddie Prinze Jr. from the Wrestling with Freddie podcast.
All of the mind-blowing contests.
$20,000.
Awesome. All of your favorite superstars.
We are 30 Seconds to Mars.
This is Alex from All Time Low. Download the iHeartRadio app today. Free has never sounded so good.
No payments for 90 days with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Real Radio. And info, standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Vegas to 200-200. I'm telling you, there's a chance.
ThenewsJunkie.com. And Eric emails. He says, trash show. The new dumpster fire show is The Ultimatum on Netflix. I haven't heard of this. Don't watch with Courtney. Be well, my friend, says Eric. I haven't heard anything about The Ultimatum. Has anybody heard about this?
I've heard about it, but I think the new one he's talking about is The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On, which seems like a spinoff of other shows that are
Is this
not
like
on Netflix.
90 Day Fiance kind of thing?
90 Day Fiance I thought was more based on people from, out of the country, but it's more like Love Island or those shows where you find a couple and then or Fantasy Island, where an ex shows up and you decide you're either going to marry the partner you're with or you're never going to be together again.
I'll tell you, the one Courtney loved was that MILF Island show. It was
I meant to watch that.
I never did watch it.
It was so trashy. And
Wait, wasn't it MILF Manor?
Yeah, MILF Manor.
Yeah,
that's what it was called.
MILF
You're
Island was the fake one from 30 Rock. That's what we always keep messing up.
It was just a lot, that show.
Speaking
but
of
she
shows,
loved it.
I have finally given in to all of the pushing from Netflix and the stories about how it's the top streaming show. And last night, me and the wife started watching Suits.
Man, look at that. It worked.
And it's hilarious. It's a good show. I think it's a great show so far. I'm 3 episodes in.
The weirdest thing to me is they came out and they said that the most watched show on Netflix is this show called Suits, which most people only reference Suits because Meghan Markle was on the show for some number of seasons. And interestingly enough, there's like no buzz about this. Nobody's talking about it. When I make the rounds looking at all the different websites I look at to show prep for the show, almost nobody talks about Suits.
The only thing they talk about is the fact that Suits is the most streamed show. They're not talking anything about the content or any. I didn't even know.
Which is crazy because obviously there's a huge desire for Suits-related content.
I didn't even know what it was about. Like if you asked me yesterday at this time of day to tell you what the premise of the show was, I would have no effing clue.
It's at the bosses at iHeartMedia, right? Isn't that who it's about? The Suits? Is about them?
Yay,
No.
they're also hilarious.
Is it about, I think it's about attorneys. Is it about attorneys?
Yeah, but I mean, more than that?
Yeah. Well, somebody said over on the chat, I just started watching this yesterday as well. And there's 2 people who said they just started watching last night. This show is the most popular show in the world right now. And no one is talking about Suits. That's a weird thing.
They're not talking about it. They're too busy watching it.
I didn't even know it was a comedy. You said it's funny. I had no idea that there was even jokes in the thing.
I've absolutely heard about it before. I don't understand why it's gotten this resurgence of popularity.
Me either. There's no real connection.
Well, unless there's a connection with the writer's strike, and this is like what we have to do now is go back to old shows that were completely underrated 10 years ago.
Well, that's what I told Cele when he was like, hey, I've been watching Suits and it's great. I love it. And I'm like, it is awesome to find a show like that. And then you go, ooh, we got you got 7 seasons of that or something?
Something like that.
There's a big back catalog.
I worry about that, though, because in my household, we'll start something like that. Like we tried to start an old show that it was a full-ass show, and we just ended up falling off. We just kind of get distracted by other shows. And, it's just, I think something about it being always there as opposed to waiting an entire year for this and, having it fed to us week by week. When it's always there, we're just like, meh.
Yeah, they put out the 2nd season of Silo right now. I'd be diving on it.
Oh, my gosh, please.
Started Invasion, though. You going to finish those last 3 episodes, Sean?
I talked to Courtney about this last night. We are kind of getting in a rut here because all these people are still striking. They can't figure anything out. So we might be going back to that. And there was something else that we were going to go back to. We do the same thing Seelane said. There's something that you may never be able to go back to, something that may no longer exist according to scientists. You'll never be able to drink it again. And I'll tell you in just a second. But this is important to get out there. There's a new study. This is from UPI. And they are finding some symptoms that may appear to you the day before a cardiac arrest. So if you have this stuff happen to you the day before, well, you'll know that you maybe need to go to the doctor or get some help. And they said sudden cardiac arrest may not come on so suddenly after all. Fully 50% of people who experienced a sudden cardiac arrest had a telling symptom 24 hours before. And these symptoms are different in men than women, a new study suggests. For women, right, listen up, The most prominent symptom of an impending sudden cardiac arrest is shortness of breath. If you have shortness of breath, like out of nowhere, out of left field, that can mean that in the next 24 hours, you may end up having a heart attack. That's your warning sign.
All right.
And that's a big one.
Now, what about for women who have anxiety all the time, or shortness of breath comes into play?
You're looking for something that feels different, something that feels like a new symptom that you haven't felt before. And if you have that shortness of breath, if you can spot it, you might spot something that's going to happen to you in the next 24 hours. For men, it's chest pain and pressure. So when you start getting that, people are so keen to just brush off stuff. Trust me, I do it too.
It's just a little chest pain. It's still good.
I do it too. If you get like a pain out of nowhere all of a sudden on your side, you go, oh, what's that? And then it goes away a couple minutes later. You go, it must be fine. Everything's good. We're good to go. It's like if your television is on the fritz and you go up to smack the side of it and the picture comes back into focus. All right, we're good. You know, we don't have to do anything here.
I usually just go, Fritz, what are you doing under my TV?
I get it. You know, Fritz on the street and all.
No,
yes,
Fritz television on the Fritz.
Warning symptoms are associated with cardiac arrest, they say. And these symptoms are sex specific. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you're watching yourself because you could get a warning before a cardiac arrest incident. All right, here it is. The scientists are warning that we can no longer have something that I do not drink. So this does not affect me. I think C-Lane, why do I think C-Lane drinks this? I don't know if you do or if you don't.
I would have to hear it first.
Do you drink Prosecco?
On occasion. I don't like often seek it out, but I won't turn it down.
Champagne, right?
It's a fizzy thing, yeah. And I have not had this much, if at all. But they're saying experts have issued a warning to all Prosecco drinkers as the popular bottle of fizz for an after-work drink could soon become obsolete. You Prosecco drinkers are screwed. Scientists have predicted that some of the world's most popular wines and the cultures of the communities that produce them could no longer exist. They said typically the harvesting of grapes on steep slopes is done without the use of mechanized tools, which makes it very difficult work. These sites have been designated as World Heritage Sites, and now researchers are explaining that this could be something that doesn't stay around for a long time. And they said in a paper published last month in the journal iScience, scientists listed their concerns around soil degradation and drought, which are the most concerning risks brought on by climate change. And they're saying that that could lead to the end of Prosecco forever.
No.
You don't want that. They blame everything on climate change these days, though. When you want to join us on the show, it's easy for you to do. And I want you to do it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now.
So yesterday, France was just getting rid of wine left and right. They were just like millions of gallons of wine. And today, Prosecco's going to be gone?
That's what they say. I don't know how much of this to believe, but they're suggesting that Prosecco is going to be something that won't be available for all that long.
Oh, dang.
We'll see. I think that they'll probably be able to still make the Prosecco, but some people would be upset. People on YouTube saying, I love Prosecco occasionally. I'll have it at brunch. Flats Fisherman has never heard of Prosecco in his entire life.
A big one for mimosas.
Yeah, sparkling white.
Right, yeah. It's good. I think I have had it before at, I think at Van Barry's. I've had it one time. And Courtney orders stuff like that sometimes. Or she'll get the Manmosa that they have, which is just basically big-ass mimosa.
That's a good one. I like it.
And by the way, mimosa people, most of you are faking your way through this whole thing. It's not a mimosa if you take your champagne glass and you fill it like 5/6 of the way up with champagne and then put like a little dab of orange juice in there.
Yes, it effing is.
That's a champagne with a splash of orange. Why not just drink champagne at that point?
Why do you a little bit of flavor? I like to do a little splash of pineapple juice.
It's an excuse to drink champagne in the morning and not feel bad about it. That's what this has come to. And Courtney, she does that every time.
I know plenty of people that just order it without the juice. They just want champagne, and that's fine. I like the flavor.
But if you order it without the juice, is it still the same thing?
Sure.
No, of course it's not. It's champagne at that point in time. It's not a mimosa any longer.
As long as it's in a weekend and you are confident when ordering it, doesn't matter what you're drinking. I think people want to have that coloring to it because champagne will get you effed up, especially during the daytime.
it sneaks up on you too, and then you're having a good time because it's
a good sneak.
Yeah, for sure. All right, when we come back, we've got Jury Duty on the way, and one of YouTube's most famous creators was arrested. I'll tell you what's going on with this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Week 1 of the college football season is here. UCF will kick off its campaign at the Bounce House tonight against Kent State. Meanwhile, Florida will be visiting number 14 Utah in a rematch of last year's season opener, which the Gators won in an upset at the Swamp. And college football playoff leaders say they won't be making any changes to the tournament until the dust settles on the ACC's expansion talks. I'm J.D. Havrick.
Owning a Mercedes-Benz EV isn't just extraordinary, it's extra easy. With full remote access to your vehicle from your phone via the Mercedes Me Connect app, the vehicles are all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. Learn more. MDUSA.com/EQ.
Mortgage brokers are better. That's right. And mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don, are going to make the process of shopping for a mortgage so much easier. In the past, it could have been complicated and confusing, but now when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don, now when it comes to mortgages, it's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers like Don have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And Don is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
O'Reilly. Do you need new wiper blades but aren't sure which ones are right for you? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you the best options for your specific vehicle and even install your new wipers for free. And right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades, plus get 2 times O-Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep, and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number.
Don't miss our Labor Day special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, and we want to help turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered. Join us every morning on NBC because every day needs today.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Have you or anyone you know used a drug named Ozempic or Wegovy to treat diabetes or help aid in weight loss? These drugs have been linked to severe side effects such as stomach paralysis, persistent vomiting, and constant nausea. Do you or anyone you know have any severe side effects after taking one of these drugs? If so, do not delay. You may be entitled to compensation. Call 800-555-6666. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Do not stop taking a prescribed medication without first consulting a physician.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Take some time and think of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen. You know, you only have two eyes. Would you trust their care to just anyone? Of course you wouldn't. The Filatowski Eye Institute offers the latest state-of-the-art LASIK technology, and their team has performed over 65,000 LASIK surgeries. There's so much to see in this world. Make sure you see it clearly with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your consultation today. The Filatowski Eye Institute is the smart choice and only choice for LASIK vision correction.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall, there's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, you're up next.
My throat hurts so bad. There's no way I can sing tonight.
Here, try these.
Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Yeah, Vicks VapoCool Drops has maximum strength menthol with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Ooh, I can already feel it.
I told you. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Vaporize sore throat pain fast with Vicks VapoCool Drops.
Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave's Single, Spicy Chicken Sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
Jury duty in just a moment. But first, something incredibly adorable, and we have to see this together. And for those of you watching, you're going to enjoy this on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Everybody else, guess what? I already put it up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. So if you go over to the website, tap the menu, and hit See It Now, you can see it now. That's how it works. But I don't know if you guys have seen this, Sabrina or C-Lane. Have you seen the little kid who's obsessed with being a hibachi chef yet?
No, but that sounds awesome.
Tell me more.
I mean, obsessed. When he wakes up in the morning, the first thing that the kid says is hibachi, right?
At
All
what
day
point does
long.
that get really annoying?
Oh,
Like,
his
hey, my
his-
kid's weird.
His dad seems to love it. I'll bring you through this. Here it is right in front of me. And it says his first words each morning.
His first words each morning.
What do you want to do?
Oh,
Hibachi.
stop it.
Yeah.
All right, here he goes. He's watching a hibachi chef on TV, 6:30 in the morning. And he's got like a little chef hat on, and he's got his his little cooking equipment, his spatula and whatnot. And Dad just films him through the whole day, all day long, watching the hibachi still. Wow, what are you doing? And they look at him at the counter. Right, watch. He's doing his own hibachi work. This kid likes him some damn hibachi. Look at him go. He's learning from watching the video. Now, what if it's going to stick? Or if there'll be a point where he goes, you know what, I've done enough of the hibachi stuff.
Enough with the hibachi. Get out there and play some baseball. Jesus.
Yeah, go do something else. There's a lot of things kids get fixated on, which is always so interesting to me.
I wonder if they've actually taken him to a hibachi restaurant yet.
They had to have. How did
Can you eat hibachi at his age? What is he, maybe 2?
Be at the table, I'm sure, but for how young he is, like, something clicked for him. It had to have been what he saw in person.
Yeah. He's really, really locked into this. It must be from watching the videos and thinking it's fun or something. And Ardnas on Twitch says, nah, that's annoying AF. We don't have to have the baby. You don't have to deal with it all the time. Trust me, kids get into weirder things. Kids get into all sorts of things. If you go on YouTube, there's all these videos with millions and millions of views, and you'll go, why would anybody be watching this? It's little kids, like car wash videos, all kinds of things like that kids are into, and they like watching them.
Do you guys remember what your obsession was? Like, was there something in your childhood, not now necessarily, but growing up at one point, like I remember I wanted and would do anything for a GoPed.
Yeah.
Which was the motorized scooter, to the point where I was doing research. I was going to talk to people about it. I was printing out things so that my parents could help me build one. Never got one, mind you.
Right.
But it was an obsession of mine.
Same.
As soon as I got to like see one of my friends on it, I was like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
I was so desperate that I just wanted anything with an engine.
Yeah.
Because I remember that time. I don't know if it's still the case. I guess you still have all these electric scooters, but for a while, people were driving around these GoPeds and they were everywhere. And for a kid, it was like freedom. You could hit the roads on your GoPed. This
I have a license.
Scooter thing. And you're on the streets and you're moving around and you go to your friend's house or whatever. It was so desirable.
I don't think I wanted one until my friend got one. I don't think he was supposed to have it. I honestly think he was too young to, because it had a license plate.
Like, did it really?
Yeah. His moped, he had one of those things where it had pedals, but once you like hard kicked backwards, the motor started and you're going now.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And those were so cool. Yeah, it's like a scooter, but it's got an engine on the back of it.
So GoPed was a standing scooter, no seat. Moped is like, your goofy looking motorcycle.
Like a Vespa or something.
Right.
But the scooter thing was so popular. And for some reason,
we're very South Florida in this, Sean. You and I are like, GoPed is very South Florida.
You don't know this, Elaine? You haven't ridden on one of these things?
I would have to see one.
I bet your parents would have bought you one.
For sure.
No,
they would have. And with like the big exhaust pipe and all the customizations, I'm sure.
I didn't even get. I wanted I would have taken the Barbie one, the Jeep. I wanted one of those little electric cars.
You have no idea what we're
wheels?
talking about.
Now he's talking about Power Wheels.
Yeah, I'm saying as a step down. I do have an idea what you're talking about.
Google it.
I'm not an idiot. You're holding your
described-
head like I'm an idiot.
No, not that you're an idiot, but you're describing 3 different things. And I know Sean knows exactly what I'm talking about.
The scooter with a little engine on the back is what Sabrina's talking about. Then the
I never
Power
wanted
Wheels.
one of those. Those were stupid.
Okay.
But you wanted we wanted Barbie Power Wheel?
When I was younger, I wanted any kind of Power Wheels.
Yeah.
I'd still drive one now. Honestly.
Those were cool. Yeah. I would like to have one, but I don't think I can move very fast on it, unfortunately. But the scooter thing I would still do. All right, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. Danielle on YouTube says his parents took him to the hospital for a skinned knee. No moped for C-Lane. He lived the most cherished life ever. He never had any problems from what we hear out of him. It's
only
just like,
child
You guys
for
can
you,
suck
though.
it right now. You guys are coming at me.
Sabrina and I are begging for mopeds, and I don't think they were GoPed, whatever. Yeah, the GoPed things. I don't think they were mega expensive. I think they were like $400, somewhere around there.
When you're a certain age, $400 is mega expensive. Trust me. The same moped that my friend got with the pedals that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up on eBay and I was like, nope, it's not for me.
Yeah, I just wanted it so bad. Never got that damn thing.
I would look like, right now at my age, kind of like an idiot riding one of those, right?
Well, it's not too much different than the electric ones.
You got a couple tattoos. You could pass for a hipster.
I have one tattoo.
The electric ones are like the same thing. It doesn't have a gas powered motor on the back, but
all right, I'll get one.
Have those now.
Let's do it.
Those will get you around. They're pretty cool. All right, let's get into jury duty here again. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. One of YouTube's most famous family creators has been arrested on child abuse claims, and Ruby Frank with an E on the end is who this is. Ruby Frank was a very, very popular YouTuber who I guess some of the people who were fans of this person said they saw it coming. Like they knew that this was going to be an issue with these creators. And I'm going to bring up the details on why she got in trouble and why there was an arrest made here, because they were really, really intense. Okay, here is the story itself. I'm bringing this up. One of YouTube's most famous family creators was arrested on child abuse claims. Viewers think they saw it coming. And the story says, according to a statement from the Santa Clara Ivins Public Safety Department that was shared with Insider, a child climbed out of a window at a residence in Ivins, Utah to get help, which led to the allegations of abuse Frankie is being charged with. The residence belonged to Frankie's business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, who was also arrested in the case. They said the child ran to a neighbor's house to get help, Fox 13 reported, and asked for food and water, according to the statement. The neighbors noticed that the kid had duct tape on his ankles, and the wrists of the kid had duct tape on it too, both the kids, and decided to call the police. So they called the police. The child was taken to the hospital where they were treated for severe wounds and malnourishment. After the first kid escaped the house, a second malnourished child was found inside the same residence in a similar physical condition of malnourishment. These are people who are putting these kids on YouTube, for God's sake. The second child was also taken to the hospital for treatment. According to the documents, Frank filmed a YouTube video from the house just days before the arrest, which adds to Miss Frankie being present in the home and having knowledge of the abuse, malnourishment, and neglect, they said, citing documents. So that sounds pretty damn bad to me. And it goes to show you so many times when you see these like sweet little families on YouTube and you got the parents working with the kids and they're making fun YouTube content, almost always it's a gigantic fake thing that they're putting together. Almost always it's just complete nonsense. And in this case, the kids, I guess.
God, man. That's terrifying to think about.
They were like, they escaped the house, for God's sake. All right, we've got an email we've got to get to. Plus, there is a bunch more to dive into before we wrap things up here on a Thursday. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Did you know that the air inside your home could be making your family sick? Don't guess it, test it. Visit airqualityassessors.com and schedule an air quality assessment. Or call 844-CALL-AQA. That's 844-CALL-AQA. Don't guess it, test it.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Old Winter Garden Road. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 and congestion through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Watch out for delays due to an accident at State Road 436 at Forest City Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
Attention, Orlando. Do you crave juicy, tender, packed with flavor fried chicken? If so, grab KFC's 3-piece tenders and biscuit for just $5. Get your craving on at a KFC near you. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming October 11th.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
This summer was awesome, but brutal on your lawn. Now it's fall and your lawn needs a quick boost. That's where Scott's Turf Builder comes in. Scott's Turf Builder makes it easy to give your lawn the nutrients it needs to help repair the damage that summer fun caused and strengthen your roots till spring. Guaranteed. Feed and repair your lawn now and enjoy yourself long into the fall. Get Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard at local retailers.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed, and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom, courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Can we talk about your allergies? I know, there's nothing you can do for them, right? Well, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, there is. More than 8 out of 10 Aspire patients find relief that lasts for years. Even people like you who thought there was no cure for their allergies. Look, inflation is still a thing, and those over-the-counter allergy meds aren't getting any cheaper. Aspire Allergy and Sinus has solutions that last, so you can save in the long run. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
The Dunkin' Run is here, and so are the deals. Add a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese to a medium or larger coffee. Time for a Dunkin' Run. America runs on Dunkin'. Offer valid with the purchase of a medium or larger coffee. Price and participation may vary.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
Don't miss our Labor Day special. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Labor Day.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your... so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. As we head back to work, back to school, back to everything, we want to help you turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered, so you can take it all on with simple solutions to help you through the day. Everything you need to know before heading out the door. So join us every morning on NBC, because every day needs today.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
ThenewsJunkie.com and anonymous emails. And just a reminder, you want to remain anonymous right on top of your email, and I will always do that. I will respect your desire to remain anonymous. You just got to let me know, because sometimes I'll read halfway through the email and then say, by the way, keep me anonymous. And I'll go, well,
sorry, Travis.
Yeah, sorry. So it says, I'd like to remain anonymous. Hey, News Junkie and Mo. So we got to bring this question to Mo tomorrow. Around January, my roommate moved out of my house and moved the power bill from his name to my name. And ever since, I have not received a bill. I tried calling them about 3 or 4 more times in the following month or two, but they kept telling me the same thing. It's going to take a while. I stopped trying, and I still have power, and I've not received a notice. I just don't want to get hit with a huge bill after telling them multiple times I don't want that to happen. Thanks, guys. And Anonymous wants to know what they could do about this situation. I'm not sure. That's a weird one. I haven't had that happen to me before.
I'm curious what power company that would be, because, I mean, most of the main ones have customer service that are readily available.
Yeah, I haven't had that issue. But I do know this. If you right now are getting like multiple months stacked on top of each other and then you get that power bill, woo, boy, there are some pretty intense power bills going around these days.
Or you think they'd shut it off before, after 3 bills that have not been paid.
I don't know. He said they said that this happens from time to time, and so they don't seem to be super worried about it. But on his side, he's like, yeah, but then you're going to hit me with 3 months, maybe 4 months of power bill costs, and that's a lot. I mean, mine has been insane. Last month, it was $740.
That's your water, though, too, right?
$100 of that
some
was
of
the
them
water.
are.
Yeah, $100 of that was water. The rest was the electric bill and all the assorted fees that they stack on.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, when I installed the Bitcoin mining system in that little room under the stairs, I knew it was going to generate some more power.
Sure.
But I feel like, it's been worth it.
No, I hope it's working out for you, because the power bill is a bit high, $640 this month, I think it was. And it's mostly because it's just like we're constantly keeping the AC down, constantly doing these things. And during the summer, it's just the way it is. It's just the way those things go. I wish it wasn't as high, but here we are. Okay, let's see. We got an update on something that I didn't expect an update on, and that is the missing Malaysia Airlines flight 370. They found some debris that they believe to be from that flight.
They found the body of Wee Tu Lo?
It is not Wee Tu Lo or Something Wong. It is the fourth item purportedly from MH370 to have been found on the same beach. In total, 41 pieces of floating debris have been found and delivered to Malaysian authorities for investigation. 21 of those have been found washed ashore in Madagascar, an island country living off the southeastern coast of Africa. If you don't remember this was a flight where, out of nowhere, the plane seemed to just point its nose at the ground and then disappear off the radar. And they looked for it everywhere, and they couldn't find this plane. Then there were some really wild details from an investigation that showed that the pilot had a, I don't know, it's not virtual reality, but what would you call it when the pilot has like a fake plane set up to play video games? Like a simulator?
Yeah.
The pilot had a simulator back at his house for a plane just like this, and had various times in the simulator just put the nose to the plane to the ground and crashed it into nothing. And they thought maybe that person was preparing to do this, and then it really happened. They still don't know. It's a big mystery.
I feel like the last thing, like except for the 9/11 terrorists that had a target, I think the last thing that you have to practice is crashing a plane. I don't see why you would have to practice it. If you already know how to take off, you're already a pilot.
Christopher.
Plane down.
What's the practice? You just lean forward on the yoke and kiss your ass goodbye.
Right. And then nobody's going to be able to stop you because the plane is pointing straight to the ground.
Yeah.
So you just wait on the ride, and then it crashes, and there you go.
Did you think he was going to be bad at crashing the plane?
I don't know.
Well,
They just said that.
It could miss the target.
I'm saying that he doesn't have a target.
If the target is the planet Earth, you're going to hit it at some spot. But he was apparently doing this. Now, that could have just been like, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. If I had an airplane simulator, I would probably crash into the ground a couple of times just because it would be kind of fun. I would want to see what would happen if you did that. But maybe this was something that this person wanted to do. And we'll never find out now because they don't have enough of the information that they need to solve this mystery. Okay, we're going to go over to you, some of your dispatches. We want to hear from you. What was the other thing I was going to share with you? Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but in Goose Creek, South Carolina, as the hurricane was rolling through.
A good marmalade there.
There was a tornado that whipped up a car. Did you see this at all?
No.
Oh, my God. I put this up and see it now as well because it's a visual. But this was so wild to see. Take a look at this, and I'll describe it for everybody else. It's pouring down rain. This is obviously in the middle of this storm as the hurricane goes through. And watch. You'll see a car. Oh, well, I got to stop it right there because I'm going to mute this. Because
I think gosh, dude.
This gentleman's going to curse. All right, ready? Here we go. Watch out there.
Holy moly. Oh, my gosh.
And then
someone
the car
was inside of that?
Yeah, somebody was inside the car. The tornado picked up the vehicle.
Please give me the make and model so no one buys that car.
Didn't it look so weird because it just threw it like it was nothing? Like it just like if it was a toy car and you were just throwing the toy car.
But everyone else on the road has not been picked up like that. So I'm very curious what car that was.
I don't know. Maybe it was a smaller tornado.
Prius.
I don't know what it was, but it got this thing and it flung it out there. It's pretty wild to see. Check it out on thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section. And let's see. Here's TX with a dispatch. Let's see what we got.
Checking in. News Junkies, what it is.
Hey.
I've been missing. What's going on? Glad everybody's back. Well, I don't know. You guys are not back together anymore, so that's kind of weird. But I'm glad you guys are all clocked in for work and doing your guys' show.
That's one way to say it.
This weekend, check out the show called BS High. It's about this guy who started a fake high school, and basically all they did was football. They did no sports, and the whole school and everything was fake. I'm talking about just ridiculous. I mean, he left hotel bills, bus bills. He had a whole thing about how he was going to build this wonderful school. School ended up being just straight scam.
It was like the Fire Fest of schools. I haven't heard of this yet. BS High School,
or like Accepted. You know that movie with Justin Long.
I've never seen that.
Oh, What was the name of the school, though? Wasn't it like
the Southampton Institute of Technology?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I see what you do with the letters there. All right, here is Long Dong Silver talking about GoPeds.
Hey, I got one of those GoPeds when I was about 13. I had to beg my parents for like 2 Christmases for it. I finally got it.
Lucky you.
It was like the first or second day I done tried to do a wheelie and wiped out and ate it pretty good. And I think it was like a couple days later I got pulled over by the police, but it was a good time. Very popular.
They were at that time, but we didn't get one.
I just got a Razor scooter to push myself.
I know,
That
and that's
sounds
not the
racist.
same. The stupid Razor scooter is like,
What'd you think I said?
I thought you said Ricer scooter. I was like,
Jesus, C-Lane.
That's what I heard.
Why would I say Ricer
I
scooter?
don't know.
Let's go over to Skipper Style.
What up, junkies?
Hey.
Man, you guys really kill me when you talk about vehicles. I'm just saying. But a GoPed was a specific brand of motorized scooter that you would stand up on. Some of them had seats, but those are ridiculous. I've had 2 of those. A moped, that's the one with the pedals that you can kickstart an engine.
Yeah.
It's a scooter, basically.
That's what I wanted.
Moped, motor, pedals. That's what that is. A Vespa, that's just a scooter. Those things are stupid, too.
Yeah.
I hate scooters. Yeah, they're dumb.
Why?
Motorcycles, awesome. Scooters, dumb.
Oh, yeah.
No, you go to different countries though, like India is a good example, or Vietnam, and scooters are everywhere.
Or Key West. I mean,
They have a lot of scooters in Key West?
Yeah, Vespas in Key West. Yeah, all over the place.
I'm
all
about
the
to get me
winos.
one. And then the Ruckus is like the badass version of a Vespa.
It's
Where you
like-
could put your feet up front if you want to, but it looks like a motorcycle.
It's if a dirt bike had sex with a Vespa, I
Yeah.
think a Ruckus would emerge.
And if
from
anyone's
that.
selling their, Ruckus baby, let me
Yeah.
know. Sabrina at RealRadio.fm.
Those are kind of cool. I like those things.
Think
all
I
right.
could make it to Maitland in one of those?
I don't. Can you legally? Yes, I think.
Safely is what I meant.
Safely? In the rain or something on
Let's
I-4?
give it a
That's
go.
sketch
Can
to
you-
me.
I don't think you can take those on an interstate,
No,
can you?
I'll have to go 1792.
You got to be
sure.
on roads with like lower speed limits, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, I was going to ask the both of you because I've been seeing this so much more, and people around the neighborhood that I'm in just start driving around golf carts. They drive them in the lanes just like they were a car or something, and they're cruising around the neighborhood, which I know they do in some neighborhoods, and in certain places, like developments will say this is part of the culture of the neighborhood. You know, have golf carts and people drive around and stuff. If you're just on a regular ass road, you're not allowed to drive a golf cart on it, right?
No.
You can't just drive a golf cart out in the street, but maybe there's no cops that go after that and they don't give people a ticket or whatever you would get for it.
And remember that state official or was a sheriff of another county that
Oh, yeah.
she's like, here's my card. Come on, man. Well, you're
I think
not
she was a
supposed to-
mayor.
You're not supposed to be on the main road with it. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think she was like a mayor or something, and then she tried to bribe the guy.
I
Like,
think
hey,
maybe if
you
you're on
need
like
help?
neighborhood streets, you might be able to get away with the golf cart thing.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the streets within the neighborhood, not like the main drag, but like they're just driving from house to house, or they're like, I don't know what they're doing with them, but
Like
and
if
I
you're
see
on
little
your
kids.
street, I'm going to say what the name of the street is right now. 3, 2, 1.
No. Please don't do that. On my street though, right now, I'm basically getting an education. I'm going to be a construction worker.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, by the end of this, I'll be a construction worker because I'm getting to watch every step that they take to build a new house. And I didn't know how the hell they did this before.
That is pretty fascinating.
It's like
I'll say that.
And they'll
You
put it
see
up
them-
quick, man.
It's been they already have like some walls up at one of the places.
We should go put a magnet on the inside of the walls before they, yes. I was going to say solder, but that's not a phrase for construction.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to that phase yet. I don't know what they do.
slab it up.
I don't know what they do. Right now, they've got like the blocks out there and they've kind of framed the house out and stuff. And so bit by bit, just from watching this, I'm going to be able to know how to build a house myself. I'm not going to build one, just to be clear, because that house would fall down and it would be an absolute disaster. But it is kind of cool to learn and see what they're doing. Here's, let's see, just a second here. We're going to get to Jan Pinn's dispatch. You too can join us on the show. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com. You can be on your laptop or your phone just like this. Here is Jan Pinn. Hello? Hello?
Hello, News Junkies.
Hi.
I had a Vespa. My husband bought it for me for my 30th wedding anniversary.
Oh.
It was yellow, and I had a yellow helmet, and I made a black and yellow jacket. I looked like a bumblebee, but it was a 150, so I had to have a motorcycle license for it.
Really?
And it really wasn't a little putt-putt. It was sort of a little bit bigger than that.
It was faster, huh?
It was a 150cc.
You know, I don't know why people say like scooters and Vespas are lame. I know, like somebody said that earlier in a dispatch. I don't get that. I think they're kind of cool. And I'll tell you why.
You would look ridiculous on it, Sean.
Why?
On a
I
Vespa?
look like anybody else. Why
on
would
a
I look-
yellow Vespa?
No, not a yellow one. I just anything, you know. And I wouldn't want to do it necessarily here. Like I don't want to drive around my neighborhood in a Vespa. But watching the show Top Gear, and that's why I brought up Vietnam, because that's where they were, and there were scooters everywhere. And these guys from Top Gear, they always have these challenges and stuff, and they drive around these countries. And it's actually the best kind of travel show, even though it's not really a travel show. You're watching these guys who obsess over motor vehicles, and they get on these scooters and they drive around like the countryside of Vietnam. And it is the most beautiful place I have ever seen in my entire life. And watching them do that, I was like, I would love to explore a country on a scooter like that. I would like to do that. I don't know if I have it in me or if I'd be terrible at it or what.
We should try to do a whole show, the three of us, just riding along on Vespas. One of those
For
like
4 hours?
We'll do a podcast. We'll do one segment.
Yeah, it would have to be a little shorter, I think.
But I think it
don't
would
know.
be so funny and great for website content.
Yeah. It's always like interesting to try something new like that.
We had a show that we did in a car once, did we not?
We did a podcast in a car one time
Yeah.
where we recorded whilst we were driving.
Was it so great? People keep talking about it, right?
Maybe. I think people
Cool.
liked
Do you
it.
even remember where we were going? I do.
We were going to Ron John.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're going to Ron John, the
Points
surf
for
shop.
Sean.
Last one here for now. Here's Fish the Verb talking about golf carts.
Hey, junkies. I'm a bit of a government geek, so I'll tell you the answer. It basically comes down to the jurisdiction you live in. If the local elected body wants to designate certain streets as golf cart friendly, they would pass an ordinance. So let's say you live in Watsonville. Well, the Watsonville City Council would take that vote, and then the city staff would put up signs saying that golf carts are allowed, and that would only be on streets that are posted 35 miles per hour or less. Hope that helps.
Thank you. Just for the record, I don't hate these things. I don't hate golf carts. I just was wondering if they were doing this legally or illegally.
Yeah,
and
government
I don't mind
geek.
that they do it. It's fine that they do it. I think it's kind of a cool thing to have in a community, but I was just wondering. Okay, thank you for that. And we got more dispatches on the way, plus a big move underway for marijuana. Well, what's happening here? It's not the other story where we learned that there was a full-page ad in the newspaper about how dangerous this stuff is and how you're going to murder people if you smoke it. This is something completely different, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find Real Radio on X because someone thought it was a brilliant idea to throw away a few billion in brand equity.
He's a genius.
Whatever you say. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on State Road 408 heading westbound at Old Winter Garden Road. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Osceola Parkway. You can expect delays on I-4 westbound between World Drive and US 27. And congestion through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's BOGO $1 deal. Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave's Single, Spicy Chicken Sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
The Summer of Trucks comes to a triumphant close this week with the huge Labor Day sales event at Nations Trucks. You've busted your ass all year. Time for you to give yourself a little treat. Start driving the truck that you deserve and do it this week. If you're looking for your next diesel truck, well, Nations Trucks has 40 diesel-powered trucks in stock right now, starting at just $39,995. And with approved credit, you don't make any payments for 90 days. So start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com and check out their inventory online, or head down and see them in person. Go over to Sanford and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming October 11th.
Win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
Oh, man, that is great. You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows that opening a small business is a great achievement. Thanks to all the owners for all they do to keep our communities vibrant and strong. Learn more about the Hartford Small Business Insurance and why over 1 million small business owners trust them. Visit thehartford.com/smallbusiness.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Attention homeowners, get Choice Home Warranty's award-winning service for 25 major systems and appliances before a breakdown. Get a free quote right now. Just dial pound 250 and say home warranty. Limitations apply. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for details. Call now, pound 250, keyword home warranty.
The best time to get a great deal on a Ram truck is now, during the Ram Labor Day sales event. Visit Ram.com or visit your local Ram dealer to find the perfect Ram truck for you. Current FCA owners get $8,980 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5/23.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, and we want to help turn your to-do list into your today list. Your morning routine, healthy meals, and workout plans. We've got you covered. Join us every morning on NBC because every day needs today.
This summer was awesome, but brutal on your lawn. Now it's fall and your lawn needs a quick boost. That's where Scott's Turf Builder comes in. Scott's Turf Builder makes it easy to give your lawn the nutrients it needs to help repair the damage that summer fun caused and strengthen your roots till spring. Guaranteed. Feed and repair your lawn now and enjoy yourself long into the fall. Pick up a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard at the Home Depot today.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
These days, there are plenty of things to worry about, but keeping pests out of your home shouldn't be one of them. That's why you need Massey Services. Massey eliminates pests before they get inside. They start by carefully inspecting the inside and outside of your home and then focus customized treatments on the outside. Best of all, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. That's the Massey difference. Expect more and get it.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Looking for a place to go with friends or meet new ones? Then you're looking for Frogger's Grill and Bar. With 4 great locations, there's bound to be one near you.
There's always something happening at Frogger's. Come with friends or bring the family for some food and fun. Great place, great food, and the kids love it here.
Don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu, where everything's fresh, never frozen. Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, and Altamont Springs. Frogger's, hopping with food and fun.
See that sign? Employees only. That means keep out, buddy. It's just for us Buy Well employees. This is where we talk freely about all the stuff happening in the world.
You can keep Meghan Markle for all I care. As long as I get to take Harry to a weekend in Vegas, I'm happy.
It's Employees Only, courtesy of Ron Howard, the new podcast from Imagine Audio, Pretty Fast, and iHeartMedia. It's Employees Only. Listen on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Absolutely serious. But have either of you seen this new documentary that's out there? And I'm not making this up, but the documentary is called The Family That Walks on All Fours. It's an actual thing. And have you heard anything about this at all?
Not one thing, Sean, but it does sound crazy.
It's a documentary about a family that legitimately walks around on all fours, and I guess scientists don't understand what's going on here, why this is happening. Have you heard anything about this, C-Line?
I feel like I've heard something about it. Sorry about that being so loud. I feel like I've heard somebody mention it, and because all I can remember is thinking that people who spend all their time walking on all fours sounds exhausting.
Oh, my God, it does. Yes, and like there's a whole bunch of these people in this remote village, and it's called the Ulis family, and they're in Turkey. And there's 18 of these children that they've had.
But they've never walked on, 2 feet. They just they grow up walking on all fours.
They just crawl around. That's how they move around.
Do they stand up every once in a while on the 2 feet like a human and kind of just paw?
Like a bear?
Right, like do a dance for a treat.
Watch, I'll show you. Here's some of them. This was when they did a 60 Minutes of Australia piece on this.
You're about to see something truly astounding.
That haircut.
A discovery that's caused an absolute sensation. One that could have untold significance for every one of us.
Really?
Not only that, it's a totally engrossing mystery story too.
Wow.
You're about to meet a family that shouldn't exist. A family like no other. They could just be the missing link.
She's really
I made all the adjectives you could use. This is gonna blow your mind and turn your world upside down.
It sounds like when they're doing it on The Bachelor, they're like, the most insane, the most intense,
dramatic,
the most explosive, the most dramatic. Here they are. This is a family.
Whose very existence could rewrite the evolution textbooks.
Okay, you said that.
I was really fascinated. Here are humans doing things that they're not meant to be doing.
Everybody's looking at them like a bunch of freaks because they crawl around like this. And then, when they have kids and stuff, they encourage the kids to do the same thing. Here's some of them walking around for those of you watching. Obviously, it looks like you would think to everybody else. There they are. So they just crawl around.
The secret can be
their
revealed.
hands are weird, dude.
It kind of does
flip up like that.
It looks a little horror movie, right?
Yeah.
It looks a little bit like out of a horror movie.
It looks like some sort of Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah.
Also that it would hurt.
Oh, it's got to be so horrible for your back. I guess the scientists that went in here in this documentary, they were able to help out some of the young kids.
To stand upright?
Yeah, to get them to stand up and get them to walk like they should be walking, like everybody else. And they've been working with these folks in Turkey. It's pretty wild, but it's a real family.
I followed a guy on TikTok who, like, his goal for the year was to walk around on all fours. But he was doing training, like, and he was giving everyone the step-by-step, and you could see the progress that he was making to eventually run like an animal.
Right.
But he wasn't positioned like that. Like, you could tell that he was making sure that he was, aligning himself properly so he wouldn't do serious damage. The way that they're walking, completely opposite of what he was doing.
Well,
it doesn't look good for your back.
Not at all. I think what happened here was that you had some of these family members who had some kind of issue, like a spinal issue, and they weren't able to walk upright. And because of that, they had to learn to crawl like this. Then they had a bunch of kids, and then they taught their kids to walk the way that they were walking, and now you have an entire village where everybody walks on all fours.
If they've been walking on all fours for that long, are they more are they better at it? Like when I say better at it, like, do they have the agility that an animal that walks on all fours does?
They haven't shown them like running or anything?
No, it looks clumsy. It's not like something you would see that looks like a deer running or something. It's
how do they eat? Like on the ground? Do they have chairs?
They do. Yeah, they do. I guess there's a whole documentary about these folks. You could check it out if you search for the people who walk on all fours on YouTube. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There was also some story this week about a student at the University of South Carolina. He was 20-year-old Nicholas Anthony D'Onofrio, who was shot and killed by a homeowner because he was trying to go in the wrong house. And they've released some more details about this now. And they're saying it was a justified homicide and that the homeowners are not going to be charged with anything. Police said the home's residents thought D'Onofrio was a burglar, ABC News reports. When he kicked the front door, a female resident called 911 while the male homeowner retrieved a firearm. While the female was still on the phone with emergency dispatchers, D'Onofrio, this is the college kid who was at the wrong house, broke the front door glass window and reached in to manipulate the doorknob.
Okay, well, yeah, that's shooting time.
There you go. The homeowner fired a single shot through the broken door window, striking D'Onofrio in the upper body. Police said the gun was legally owned and for the purpose of personal and home protection. The investigators are saying our deepest condolences for the family's loss. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like maybe he was out drunk. He came back. He didn't know he was at the wrong house. And it ends up that he gets shot and killed by this person, but they didn't do anything wrong, according to the police. They were well within their rights to defend themselves. All right, we're going to get to some of your dispatches. You can join us on the show. It's easy to do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours now. Here is not the FBI talking about police officers.
As you guys remember, I am a former police officer for a very small city in Lake County.
Yep, I remember that.
When I started in law enforcement, fresh out of the academy, I weighed 220 pounds.
I remember that.
4.5 years later, when I left law enforcement, I weighed 290 pounds.
Wow, 290?
It doesn't help that a lot of places give you free food, like we had a free McDonald's, free CC's Pizza, half-price Subway, free Little Caesars pizzas, free fountain drinks at the gas stations.
Perks, baby!
So I put on the weight, and some days we had one call for service. Some days we were nonstop, and I was always busy. And the weight did take a toll on me because I went to go run after somebody, and they outran me.
Oh.
So it happens. It depends. We sit in these cars for 12 hours at a time, and some days we got stuff to do, and some days we don't. And even with a gym membership, I still put on the weight.
It happens.
Pop up.
Thank you, not the FBI. I appreciate the story. I can understand how that would be the case. And you're just like, when you're working, you're in your car and you're not moving around a bunch and you get these temptations because people are giving you all this free food. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of these police officers who are big.
If radio has something in common with law enforcement, it is that.
Very true. Food just hanging out, free food from some
we
place.
just got a free food email.
Oh, man. And then
Suck it, Sean.
Someone is in this building eating like delicious smelling food right now.
you're not physically exerting yourself at your job. So that, yeah, I see how that all goes. All right, let us know what's going on where you are. Send us a dispatch just like that. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. The marijuana story is the Department of Health and Human Services is pushing for the DEA to officially reclassify marijuana as a Schedule 3 drug under the Controlled Substances Act. That would be huge. It would be massive because it's a federal crime to have marijuana. This would make it a Schedule 3 drug, which would make it different. And right now, a lot of these marijuana places, the different facilities that you go to, they have problems getting credit card companies to do their transactions.
Or loans to open, I think.
Yeah. So there's a lot of issues with the business side of things that would be helped out if that was the case. And that's where this should go. The overall opinion of people in this country on marijuana being used for medical purposes or for recreational purposes has changed drastically. Nobody thinks that somebody who has a little bit of weed should be going to jail for a long period of time. People understand that alcohol is actually a more dangerous drug socially and otherwise. And so that would be good to see that happen. We'll see if it does. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today, learn to wrap everything up for a Thursday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio on X. Wait, is that right? Doesn't sound right. Whatever. Find us at Real Radio on X or, Real Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Jamie King, Fox 35 Storm Center. Just want to freshen up the forecast details as we approach midday on this Thursday. Hope your day's off to a good start so far. Hot highs, low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and showers and storms quite likely for the afternoon at 70% coverage. Heavy tropical downpours and a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning. By tonight, 77, rain chances up to about 11 o'clock, chance 60%. And on our Friday, looks like a high of 90, a rain chance for the PM at 70%. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. It's Sizzly time at Wawa. And you know what that means? All your favorite Sizzlies are just 2 for $5. Like their new Pancake Sizzly. Great mornings start at Wawa.
I'm looking for some classic cars to buy. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com if you've got a specialty car or something nice. Mopar anything, Corvettes, GTOs, Chevelles, square body trucks, K5 Blazers, K10s, K15s, all that good GM stuff from the 70s and 80s I'm really looking for. And of course, 15-year-old and newer stuff. We buy and sell 1,000 of those a week. From you guys right here. Been doing it for 38 years. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Pollo Tropical has a real Cuban sandwich, down to the cut. More roast pork. Esto es lechón, and it will always be lechón. Ham, cheese, pickles. Because without pickles, it's not a real Cuban. Mantequilla is a gift from God, and it's pressed until the cheese melts. A classic. And the drive-thru, it's like una ventanita. The Cuban sandwich from Pollo Tropical. It doesn't get more Cuban than this.
The Orlando Improv welcomes D-Ray Davis on September 1st and 2nd.
When I tell you she was beating him, I was like beating him to the point where I was like, don't call my mama.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail server, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the area. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Fentanyl is deadly. So deadly that nearly 70% of overdose deaths involve fentanyl and other synthetic opioids. Fortunately, there are things you can do to be safer, like testing your drugs for the presence of fentanyl and always having life-saving naloxone readily available. We all can take steps to protect ourselves and others to end overdose. Get more information on fentanyl and how to prevent overdose at cdc.gov/stopoverdose.
I'm Ty Burrell, actor and small business owner. I'm going to show you my steps for making the perfect radio ad. This one's about innovation refunds and the ERC. First step, be relatable. I like pizza and puppies. 2, cold hard info. The ERC is a tax credit for eligible businesses that kept employees on payroll in 2020 and 2021. So if you qualify, Innovation Refunds network of independent tax attorneys could help you claim it. 3, go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
Hi, everyone. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, in just one visit, Life Imaging FLA has shown its work to me. And at 55 years old, I just cannot shrug off lingering aches or unexplainable pain anymore. With known kidney and prostate issues on both sides of my immediate family, I don't ignore those now. The instant I had the opportunity to visit Life Imaging FLA for their free heart scan, I didn't pause for a second. And what do we find? Cyst on my kidneys and a mildly enlarged prostate. I took that scan info directly to my primary care doctor, and we started building my plan immediately. You feel empowered and even better, more in tune with your body so you can get the most out of life. No dyes, you don't take off your clothes, and it only takes minutes. Don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA right now for your free heart scan with just a few minimum requirements. That's a $699 value. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
If I could be you.
And you could be me for just 1 hour.
If you could find a way
to get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
At Checkers, I'm in the driver's seat. So when there's a tough call, I gotta make it. Like this $3.49 deal. Do I want a checker burger and small fries? Or do I want a spicy chicken sandwich and small fries? Or do I want a crispy fish sandwich and small fries? Whatever I want for just $3.49. Oh, man. Sounds like everyone behind me's in the driver's seat, too. Now half off regular-sized classic slushies.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage user who writes, I've had such awful nasal congestion for the last couple years. I bought Navage and OMG, I can breathe again. I love this thing. Goodbye, Neti Pot. Hello, Navage. End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
The most unforgettable weekend of music on the planet.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Much appreciated. We love you. We appreciate you all the time when you tune into the show and hang out with us. And if you missed any, you could always go back to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, create an account there. You can learn about secret shows, uncensored shows that come out each week. In fact, there's another one coming out this week, as always. You can also send dispatches, so that's how you can join us on the show, which is fun, and just participate with the whole community. An update coming next week to the website. I'll tell you about that when it's released, and then will be the final project for the website before that whole thing is wrapped up and done. Then we can move on to updating the News Junkie app. All right, let's see what we got here for final dispatches, maybe just one or two. Here's Bloodmouth talking about pancakes. Hold on 1 second. I got it right.
Hey, junkies, it's me, Bloodmouth.
I went to IHOP like a week ago. And while I was there, it's pretty slow, and the waitress was nice. I don't think it was the one that you go to, but, it was in the Orlando area.
Right.
And I asked her at the end of the bill, I was like, can I ask you a question as a pancake expert, just from a customer to an expert, just your opinion. And she was like, she thought it was funny. She giggled a little bit. She's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I was like, now let's say somebody came in here.
Right.
Nice regular guy with his girlfriend. They sat down, they had some breakfast, but this guy orders some plain pancakes.
Perfect.
Just eats them with his hands. Is that weird? And I was waiting for her. I honestly was thinking she was going to be like, that is very weird, and I laugh at them every time. But she goes, no, that's really not that weird.
Told you.
It's people like pancakes how they like them. I get it all kinds. So yeah.
She is an expert in the field. She knows what she's talking about. She's seen many Seans walk into the door and say, plain pancakes, please, and I don't need any silverware. I'm just going to be picking these up and shoving them in my mouth.
A full-page ad saying mass murderers eat pancakes with their hands.
Could be true. Who knows? Here's John talking about doing a show while riding scooters.
What's up, news junkies?
Hey.
You guys were talking about riding around on scooters doing the show. That's actually a pretty good idea. There's a YouTube channel called ADV China.
Mm-hmm.
And these two American guys that lived in China for many years, and they drove around the countryside on motorcycles with special audio gear in their helmets and all, so they could talk and record audio.
That's kind of cool.
And
we
really
talked
cool
about
show,
that
man.
years ago.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody else for sending your dispatches today. You can keep sending them in around the clock. We'll get to them as the show kicks off tomorrow. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. It's brought to you by our friends at Nations Trucks. They are the best of the best over at Nations Trucks.
And speaking of Nations Trucks, they sent me a little baby gift today.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Did you open it up? Yeah. What is it?
I haven't opened it yet. There was not. It's not. If it's a tiny truck, that'd be hilarious. But they all signed me a card and stuff, and then let's see. It's probably a onesie. If it's got a truck on it, it's gonna be awesome. It does. Let's see. It's an America truck.
How stinking cute.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I love that.
That was very nice. Thanks to the folks over at Nations Trucks. They're really good people, and they'll take care of you through the process. Nationstrucks.com. Chicago's rat rage is growing. Chicago is the rat capital of the United States and has been for 8 years and running. They got a lot of rats in Chicago. I would have thought it would have been New York with all the rat stuff that we hear about them. And they hired the rat czar over there.
Especially since all of New York, has so much that's underground. I think Chicago's more the elevated stuff, right?
No, Chicago around the loop has a lot of underground stuff. Because when there was bad weather, people used to travel that way, but nobody really uses it anymore. And so I think maybe down there, it's Rat City. I think it might
rats and mole people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I want to see some of the mole people. That would be nice. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, August 31st, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this video game.
Super Mario Tetris.
Oh, I'm a giant gorilla.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is correct. The makers of Donkey Kong Country
I wish you
wanted
could grab that, Celine.
the Kongs to be voiced by actual gorillas. They spent hours recording some gorillas at a zoo, only to realize that gorillas are actually really quiet.
Yeah.
They said they didn't have enough sounds to work with, so they had a programmer do gorilla impressions instead. Today I Learned, with an estimated pay of $156 million, Keanu Reeves is the highest paid actor in history for a single production because Matrix 2 and 3 were filmed back to back.
Wow.
And that's how much money he got for that. Also, Matrix 2 and 3, not great movies. So
I
maybe
liked them.
Overpaid. Is there a 4 now?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, and that one
Reloaded?
really, that one did not do as well as some of these other ones. Today on this show,
Star Trek.
Damn it.
That's right. Star Trek is correct. William Shatner interviewed several of his fellow cast members for his book, Star Trek Memories. Shatner was taken aback to discover the negative memories from some of them and their time working with him. And James Doohan refused to meet Shatner at all. He thought everybody liked him from the show, and then when he went around to do the book, it was like, hey.
It'd be hilarious if like there was one friend of his that he's like, I'm going to go talk to everybody and make this book. And they're like, do you want to do that, Bill?
Sure
I'm going to recommend against it. Today I learned honeybees can recognize human faces. Just so you know, conventional wisdom holds the ability to recognize faces requires a complex mammalian brain, but studies of wasps and honeybees have shown that some small-brained insects can manage this feat too. So in Canada, those 5 million bees that were flying around, they could see your face and remember you and follow you back and sting you or something.
Terrifying.
Today I learned this band right here.
The Cranberries.
The Cranberries is correct. The vocal effect used in the song Zombie by the Cranberries is known as keening. This is a wailing sound used in Ireland to mourn the dead at funerals. That's what she's doing, and Sabrina's kind of doing.
All right.
Thing.
I'm semi-mourning.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. In West Palm Beach is more of us. How about that? In
Actually,
Dallas,
it's a Gator game right now.
Oh, that's true. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.